Hello, friends. I was almost going to say good morning, but it is not morning anymore. Hello. How's everybody doing? Hi, Fax Machine. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Gemma Bell. I saw somebody say that this was their first stream that they made it for live. Where did that go? Blue Greens. Hi. Thank you for coming. Hi, Brittany. It's my nap time. I love that. Oh, no, Leah. Our episodes 4 and 5 rough. I do my best to avoid spoilers and that kind of stuff, because I like to be surprised. Cello Chicky, hi! I'm curious to see how the relationships play out. I've watched the releases episodes and I'm desperate for the group size. I'm curious to see too. So far, I really like, oh no, what are their names? Brett and Natalie? Or something? I can't remember her name. Oh, can I unmute in Discord? Sorry. Might be. Is that better? There we go. That should be working now. Okay. My first live too. Love y'all. Aw, hi Miranda. Thanks for coming. I just watched a Doc for School on Hockey Canada scandal. Oh God. Yeah, I think the vibes will slightly improve here, Natalie, if only because we seem to have a really fun time in the chat. The show is still garbage, but you know. Brett and Natalie. Brett and Natalie were the other season? Yeah, it's Brett and someone else. Tiffany. That's what it is. I knew it was an E. Yeah, Brett and Tiffany are so sweet. Been here for a while, but it's my first stream since I'm not Australian at 6 a.m. here. Oh my God. Indy, thank you for coming. That's so early. I thought I was like, I was like congratulating myself for waking up at 8:30 with the pets. I don't have Netflix, so it's the only way I find out about the drama. Amanda, I appreciate that so much. Honestly, I think that's maybe the best way to find out about the drama. Natalie was with Shane. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. Me and my stupid hands couldn't find a glass bottle. Couldn't open a glass bottle. Oh, that's really funny. I had that same humbling experience yesterday, Fax Machine. We went on break, and I bought these pickles. I like buying groceries from the service. It's called Misfits, or Imperfect Foods. It's just like a delivery service. And you just go through and you select what, stuff you want them to send you. And they had a new brand of pickles on there that I'd never tried before, and they got delivered yesterday. So I opened them while we were on break. And they're so good. First of all, they're incredible and they're delicious and I love them. But also the jar was really hard to open. Yes, Brandy, Aaron is not at home right now. So, I was like, what do I do? I've seen the people on TikTok who just like shove a knife through the lid of the pickles, because it releases the air and then it like releases the vacuum so that you can open it. But I was like, I don't want to do that. So, I just struggled with it until I got it open, but I did do it. I did get them open. It's my Sunday self-care. Yes, I love that. Technically it is Saturday, but it's video day. Oh my God. You guys, my week's been all fucked up. I'm not having a good time with my schedule right now. Ready for wounds in the womb room. Christine, I hate it. You can whack the lid with a cap opener. Oh, that's really smart, Gemma Bell. Filing that away for later. That was Bartiz. Yeah, Bartiz said all kinds of really just different things. If you like my hubby and I hit the jackpot, there's a free food giveaway. Ooh, we love free food. That's fun. Okay, great. First of all, let me check something on the stream settings. Boop, 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 before we get started. Okay, yeah, good. All right. For those of you who are new here, hi, thanks for coming. We are watching episode 4, season 4, episode 4 of Love is Blind today. We're going to watch episodes 4 and 5, probably with a break in between. But I know that all of you are wonderful and kind people, and we probably won't have to worry about it, but just for the sake of reiterating, we're talking about this content so that we can educate ourselves and have some nice discussions about their behavior as like examples of things, and then apply that in our own lives. We're not character assassinating people. We're not labeling people in any type of way, and we're certainly not wrapping up anybody's personhood based on the way that Netflix has chosen to like very heavily edit and curate their the way that they're presented to us. Yay, Luna, I'm so glad you're here. So yeah, we want to use this experience to look inward, to be about ourselves and to be the best version of ourselves and to continue growing, not to point the finger, and not to drag people on the internet. So let's refrain from doing that. Hi, puppy. My puppy is in here. Also, you guys, I want you to know, I don't know where Echelon is. Like, I know where she is. She's in the house. I literally grabbed her and brought her in here because I was like, hello, ma'am, you need to clock in for your shift. She doesn't want any part of it. I'm telling you, anytime I'm on a Zoom call, anytime I'm trying to do anything, all up in my business, wants to be up in my face. But for the last 2 streams, I don't know what her deal is. Just being a weirdo. My dogs have already started WWE next to me on the couch. Yeah, I feel that. Both of the dogs like refused to come inside 5 minutes before the stream, and I was like, I gotta go. But they finally came inside. Now they're resting on the couch, I think. Little lazy bones. I'm interested to see others' thoughts. I watched my mom and she thought Kwame was controlling, but I didn't see it. So I wonder if others see it. Yeah, that's interesting. And do you want to borrow one of my 5 kittens? Absolutely not, Fax Machine. I love kittens so much. But I literally had a conversation with a friend yesterday about how kittens and like, they were talking about fostering kittens. But just how difficult it is. So that's going to be a no from me. I think I have my hands full with all of my own pets. This is the first stream I've been able to catch. Aw, Taryn, yay! I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for coming. All right, we are probably going to get started. Oh, also, today is video day, so if you guys haven't watched the main channel video, go watch it. It's a very fun, cute little tipsy, tricksy kind of video about depression. I'm very excited about it, so go watch that. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't liked the stream. What are the other things that I'm supposed to tell you guys to do? Subscribe if you're new here. Hi. Whatever, you get it, all the things. Oh, also, we do have channel memberships. So if you guys want to use our fancy emotes, we didn't get to use the button pusher one yesterday, and I want to use that one today. So hopefully something happens that pushes my buttons today, and we can do that. But otherwise, as always, I will be announcing the timestamps for when we pause and press play, so you guys can follow along on your own device if you want to, or you can go watch on Discord without the censor if you're a patron. Yes, Christine, thank you. All right, I think that's it. We're gonna press play on season 4, episode 4. This episode is called Playing with Fire. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Also, you guys, I have my iced coffee in this wine glass today.
I cannot wait to see what the love of my life looks like.
This is so
It's
loud.
like a kid on Christmas morning opening
Yay,
up a new
Elizabeth.
present and seeing his
Potato
favorite toy
salad
inside. It's
sounds
1,000
so
times better
good.
than that. Like, can't wait to see his face, his
Also
eyes,
an egg
his
salad
lips.
sandwich.
Maybe get to kiss them. Maybe we'll have to wait.
Delicious.
We'll find out.
Hello. Someone has decided to clock in
I think
for
that
her
there's
shift.
going to be crazy chemistry when we see each other. Irina's a little nervous. She has no idea what I look like. And I've
They're really playing
intentionally
this up.
made sure I haven't told her. She has no idea how tall I am. She doesn't know what color hair I have. She doesn't know what color skin I have.
Oh! Cat cam!
I don't think it's going to matter.
Listen, this is so dramatic. Okay, there we go. Oh boy.
Hi.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you finally.
You want to sit down?
Oh no, this
gosh.
seems awkward.
Oh my gosh, this is so weird.
It is pretty weird.
Natty,
You
isn't
feel
that so
like
funny?
I'm anything
When you
you
have
thought I would look
PCOS
like?
and
You
like
look exactly like what I
finally
thought you
get your
looked like.
period and you're
Yeah.
excited about it.
Really?
Except for you're taller.
I'm taller.
Which is a plus, actually. Yeah. I like taller girls. Do I look like what you thought I looked like?
I had no guesses of what you look like.
Don't bite me. I don't think she's very excited about what he looks like.
You have like the blankest stare in your eyes. You're like this.
Really?
Please look out.
I'm
This
just
is
kinda taking
painful,
it
you
all in.
guys.
Me too. I don't know
Yes,
why you look
Gemma
like a fictional
Bell.
character. You look like something out of like a cartoon.
I know.
Well, okay.
You have to blink.
I am blinking.
You don't blink. You
I
literally
am-
look like this.
I am blinking.
I appreciate
try
the
not to
realness,
twitch.
but I'm also just like so uncomfy right now.
I'll try to blink more for you. So,
Ooh.
This
you're
editing
gonna be
is
really
herky
surprised by this.
jerky.
Wait, that is so beautiful.
Irina,
Yes.
I
I've
don't
gotten
like
to
yellow
meet
gold,
someone
but I
who
respect it.
has one of the most beautiful hearts that I've ever seen. I know at your core who you are, and I know that you care so much about other people, and that's why I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?
Yes.
The laughing
you
is like
pick this
very
out?
interesting
I
to
did.
me.
Wait, huh? This
Beautiful.
is so gorgeous. I'm to be honest, I'm like so picky with rings. I know I didn't tell you I was trying to give me a gold band. I secretly am, but this is so beautiful.
Whoa!
Just a hug for now.
Whoa!
I think it's a lot for me, so just want to keep it. So thank you.
That
Completely
made
shocked.
me so
I had no idea
viscerally
what that
uncomfortable.
looked like. And it's gonna take me some time to get used to. I
Yeah,
thought
she
you'd
doesn't
feel
like
a little
him.
more normal.
Oh no.
You feel your heart.
She doesn't like him. Oh.
You watch your breath go.
Ooh.
Yeah, I still love Irina.
You guys, I'm pausing it. We're at 3:41. The way that he leaned in super quickly with like very little warning to whisper in her ear, "Do you want to kiss?" Was really disarming. And I don't blame Irina for being caught off guard by that. But also I am just ready to rip my skin off with how awkward this interaction is. For what it's worth, the like awkward laughter thing it's kind of giving like Paul and Morgan a little. You know how she does that in all of the videos when they talk about uncomfortable topics where she laughs a lot? That's what it reminds me of. It's a very common defense mechanism. I don't know if that's what she's doing or if that's what Morgan is doing, to be clear. But people generally, we do this where it's like the fake laugh thing. It's also very common for women and like anybody who's been negatively affected by misogyny. It's a deflection. It's a way to try to like ease the tension and discomfort. It's kind of a trauma response in a way, depending on what the situation is. I feel like the last 3 seasons had at least one couple. Yeah, Sophie. I felt that way too. I didn't want to say that yesterday because it felt kind of mean. But like, I think Brett and Tiffany are probably the closest to a couple that I like actually like. But even then, they're just kind of like not problematic. I feel like the laughing to cover her reaction to mask a more neutral, unsure, and negative one. Yeah, Christine, I think so too. I'm hoping we can keep liking Brett and Tiffany. I know, Gemma Bell. I feel that way too. I am an awkward laugher, but mostly because I'm autistic and perpetually socially awkward. Well, yeah, Amanda, that's what I mean. Like, for a lot of people, we do this. Whether you're neurodivergent or not, it's not uncommon for someone to sort of laugh in this like uncomfortable way to just like ease the awkwardness and like because you don't know what to say or do, you know? Yeah, TJ, maybe. It could be like a fawning thing. I think it also probably is just like a I don't know what to do or say, and so at least then we're not in an awkward silence. If I do a little giggle and I look away, then it's not like we're just sitting here in silence with like complete dead air, just staring right into each other's faces, you know? Christine, that is relatable AF. Also, thank you for the reminder. I'm going to put the episode, the Love is Blind episode, at 1.25 speed starting right now, because these episodes are so slow. Natty fawning is a trauma response, so a lot of people are familiar with fight or flight. There's also freeze. Fawn is not necessarily the same because it's not like categorized in the same way. It's like splitting hairs. But fawning is a trauma response where a person who's being abused or traumatized will fawn on the abuser in an attempt to make the situation less traumatizing, or in an attempt to try to like please the abusive person, to kind of like placate them and like, you know, please don't hurt me if I'm nice to you, if I like, you know, et cetera, et cetera. It also can sometimes become so pronounced that we form a trauma bond and the person starts to agree with or validate the abusive behavior. There's like a lot of nuance there. There's like shades of gray in terms of like what the spectrum of fawning looks like. But in essence, it's a trauma response. Yeah. Except he wasn't trying to fight that other guy in a way that made him super uncomfy. Oh, were you guys talking about, what is his name? Marshall? I don't remember. Hi, Quinn. Thanks for coming. All right. So episode is at 1.25 and we're pressing play at like 3 minutes, 45 seconds-ish. The timer at the end says 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 34 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I just want to look at her eyes, and I don't think she was quite ready for having that much eye contact. She said I looked like a cartoon character, which I don't know if that was a compliment or not. Mm-hmm. I think it was intended to be. I think this is going to be really fun.
I hope so.
I think we're in for a wild adventure.
I think so too. Maybe if you start blinking more.
Stop making fun of that.
You literally stare at me, you go like this.
I know.
That's creepy.
You're creepy.
I wonder... No music. I wonder if Irina regrets fighting with Blossom now. Not Blossom, Bliss. No more music. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if Irina's having second thoughts about the little cat fight. 5 couples fell in love
and got engaged sight unseen.
Hi.
Oh my God.
Hi, Pterodactyl.
After finally seeing each other for the first time, they are now headed to Mexico, where they will discover if their physical connection is as strong as their emotional one.
First test, can you get 300 pounds of luggage?
Thanks, bro. You're in your 97
Is Chelsea the one who brought a bunch of shoes?
Oh, no.
I'm excited to see the shoe collection if that's the case.
Having a guy in my life.
I respect the drip.
Just for this. All right. Wait,
oh, no, not the music. Oh, my God.
Oh, do you have more bags than me, Brett?
Welcome to TRS Hotel.
Thank you. Oh, man.
They're walking.
Up until this point, the only thing that's mattered is who they are on the inside.
Y'all, I walk slow normally, but on vacation especially, glacial pace. Glacial. I'm not moving anywhere in a hurry.
I look okay.
You look great.
Suit's cute.
Thank you.
You good.
This is so much B-roll. And for what?
For them to overcome.
Wait, this is so cute.
We're 100% going to hang on that hammock.
Their weddings are just 4 weeks away. And now, their love will be put to the test.
Will love be enough?
I wanna know just what you have in store, like nothing that you've ever seen before.
Oh my gosh, I love
No music.
our reveal. Like, I cannot stop thinking about it. We were like, so...
It was perfect. It was perfect.
I hugged you and you were literally like this. And I was like, are you okay? I was like, who's that? I was like, that's not Paul.
Really? You're like, no, it doesn't.
I want to do. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't think I give scientist vibes, but.
I feel like once we spend like more time together, like,
I think
when I
so,
actually
too.
can like pair like what I know about you like to you.
Yeah, you gotta.
Wait, hold on. Pause. What does that mean? Irina is a business owner. Also, is it Irina or Irina? Do we know? It matters to me. Yeah. What business? Oh, hi, Lovey. Aaron is in the chat as vaguely therapeutic. I was like, that name looks really familiar. Yeah. What business is she in an MLM? Someone tell me. I need to know. I've literally been working on a video about MLMs like all this week, and it's like at the forefront of my mind. Yes, Lauren, that's what I'm saying. Like staging or something? Ugh. It breaks my personal rules to look them up on Instagram. I refuse to look at their social medias until after we've watched all the episodes, just in case there are spoilers. It's an event company founded in 2020. Oh, okay. She said it, Irina. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Lovey, I didn't see you. I'm used to seeing your little yellow face when you're in the chat, and so I didn't catch you until now. But hi, thanks for coming, baby. I looked at the article. She's an event coordinator company. Interesting. Oh, Emma, I know. Don't bring up SK, you guys. I'm still healing. I'm still grieving. I loved them so much, and I cannot believe that somebody would hurt Raven like that. Like who, why, for what reason? Make it make sense. What is staging? Lovey, it's like what I'm thinking of anyways is when people like stage homes or event spaces and stuff for you know, like events and pictures. You're like sort of like interior decor, but like temporary. But like how much business did she do for events and party planning in 2020? Actually, Christine, that is a fair point. That's a good point. I'm confused by that. Imagine if you're a musical artist and your song is in this show. I wonder about that though, because you guys, we did get hella copyrighted claimed yesterday. Like 3 hours after the stream, I opened my email to like 13, 14, 15 fucking emails being like copyright claim, copyright claim, copyright claim. Everybody who had B-roll and the like royalty free music, apparently it's not royalty free, they're all duking it out for the AdSense for yesterday's video. I wonder how much business she'll lose based on her behavior here. That's a fair point, actually, Brandy. I wonder about that. I always think of staging for selling a house. Yeah, Miss Jelly Kelly, same. That's what immediately came to my mind also. Okay, we're at 6:54. Timer at the end says 1 hour, 1 minute, 22 seconds, and we are pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
We say everything again.
Yeah. Close my eyes and be like, aw.
I actually did that. I was realizing, like, I kind of like played your voice back with my eyes closed, and I was just like, wait, that sounds,
Yeah.
Sophie, you kind of can't.
Like the whole experience, it was just like kind of cutting through, like.
You can cut it out, but.
You know, like all the other weird parts of like dating.
We just take
like
the L on it.
Formalities and stuff.
Yeah. Or like, are we still talking to other people? Like, well, I guess we were for more time. I was like, are you done with that yet?
Yeah. You're pissed.
No, I wasn't. I was talking to other people too. I was just like over it.
I'm grateful to be here with you. I am.
Me too.
Like, legitimately. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you?
Yeah, I can't hide it.
Me too.
Less of an awkward interaction than Irina.
This is beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love
What's
it.
gonna be going down in this pool, huh? I've never
No,
put
I
this
hate
in
the
my entire life,
noises.
ever. Like, I can't believe this is happening to me. I can't believe this is happening to him, to us.
They're cute.
This is the best. I want to cherish this forever. Really, I do.
What did you think? Did you think I was gonna be taller, shorter? Like, what did you have in your mind?
Exactly what I thought.
Really?
Like stature-wise.
Okay.
You
can have
seemed
his...
really positively, so you were like, I'm so excited now. I'm so excited to go next. I was like, what? You weren't before? You weren't before?
Listen, let's be honest. Everybody knows when you go to a public
say it
pool.
like that. I did not say it like
all
that.
kinds of unspeakable things have happened in there, especially if kids are allowed.
Now,
just poop and
it worked
pee.
out exactly how I needed it to. That's why I love
Public
you.
pools are gross already. Chelsea is a queen. I do like Chelsea.
I love you too.
Yes, Sophie.
Man,
Same.
my makeup's gonna get all over you this whole trip. This whole trip. Actually,
Girl,
probably for the
stop
rest
wearing
of our
makeup
life.
then.
I'm so happy that you figured me out.
Fax machine. I know, and the music too. Please stop. Well, at least we don't have to listen to the kissing noises now. They play so much music in the show.
Red wine reduction sauce, some
Okay.
spinach and caramelized onions.
Yeah,
looks
Jackie
like.
and Marshall.
Woo! Is this yours? Cause I had.
I'm sorry, that was gross.
Damn.
That was so gross.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah, I'm drinking. Anyway. Physically, Marshall, if I would have saw him, I probably would have swiped because I've always gone for over 6'5", tatted on both sides, tatted on the neck, the fade, hooper, athletic, tall. And Marshall is opposite of that.
No time.
Sophie,
Okay,
for
I'll just
real,
nibble my
public
napkin
pools are
in front of
gross.
us.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
sanitary.
But this experiment
Because
has
of the
really shown
chlorine,
me
but
that it's
still,
more than just what looks good. Being with Marshall, it's deeper than that. Was I something like up to par when you saw me?
Yeah, Christine, that's
Hell
fair.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You are definitely the type of woman that I would have gone for out in the conventional dating world. And that just makes it even more sweeter that we connected deeper than the physical.
I did it right.
Do you want to wait until after the altar for intimacy?
Why would I do that?
I'm asking you a question. So yes or no?
No.
Oh my god, I love her
You wanna buy a
answer.
car? You
That's
wanna
so
drive me a car?
funny. I don't disagree. She's so funny.
Thanks for planning this super cute date for me.
You're welcome.
You like me, huh?
I know. Almost. I'm gonna finish this last teeny bit.
Thank you so much. Zach needs to eat every little thing off his plate, so.
Thank you.
I'm really into these plates. Thank you.
There's
Thank
a
you.
lot of.
Have you figured out what cartoon character I
Poking.
remind you of yet?
Okay, it's something between like some kind of fictional character. Really, the eyes, this.
Yeah. I mean,
Do
I'm
I
pretty
remind
sure
you of anyone?
all cartoon characters. You know, you kind of look like Megan Fox. I don't know. Has anyone ever told you that?
No, Actually, I've never heard
Really? Really? You've never gotten that before?
Thank you.
What is this?
Cheesecake, yum.
I am so
Thank you very
uncomfy
much.
with this interaction.
So before we were talking about names.
For our kids?
Yeah.
I'm not.
What about Godfrey?
Ew.
Godric?
No. Like Zion or Gideon. I do like Gideon. I do like Gideon. I like really unique names.
Yeah, me too. Like, you know what's a really unique one?
Wait, are they talking about children's names?
Goliath. Have you ever heard that name before?
Hold, please. First of all, second of all, we're talking about the names for future babies, and have they kissed yet? Do we? Yes, Christine, I'm so uncomfy. I'm gonna change the title of this video. It's the guy from Ratatouille. Natalie, he does kind of look like Remy, actually. Yeah, I'm thrown off by the cartoon character comment. I feel like that's something that you would say to somebody that you've been dating for a long time, as like a joke, you know? Yeah, I wonder if she is Christian. Is Zion a biblical name? I know Gideon is. That's so off-putting. Yeah, Goliath is a choice. I won't lie to y'all. That one is... Goliath is a dog name. I'm sorry. Like, that's a Great Dane name. If I ever meet a kid named Goliath, my condolences. I know, you guys, why did you have to say the thing about Ratatouille? Now I can't, I don't see it. And it's not his fault either. She's the person who said, do life. Oh my gosh, Adelaide, you're right. I think she is a Christian. Maybe she's Fundy Light. I don't know. Don't joke about baby names. I thought Zion was from Power Rangers. For real, can we talk about if you named your kid after a Power Ranger? Iconic. Oh, is Zion another name for Israel? That would make sense. Fundy Light TM. Yeah, Eric, that's like a real term. Is he joking? I don't know. Sophie. All right, we're at 12 minutes, 20 seconds. The timer says 56:05. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Natalie.
I was really nervous, actually, after we met. I didn't see the person that I've been talking to in the pods, but it's nice to get to see you, who you are on the inside.
Mateo, we're on episode 4.
I think there are some still hesitation,
12 minutes,
like
34
hesitation,
seconds.
like with not having like sexy for marriage, but I almost want to like respect each other physically as if like we were friends. You respect me and like care about me, and like I feel like you honor my boundaries instead of like feeling like you want to like push them or like challenge them or like are annoyed by them. You're very like, yes, like, hey, like let's do this together, and it's like more like a team versus like being against each other. It's something that's like, oh, this is something we like want to do, you know?
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate.
Yeah, I'm happy I found you.
This is my daughter, Big Power Ranger.
Aren't we so loud?
PR for short.
I like that you're using we.
When I say what?
When you talk about us.
Us, we.
We got stars in our eyes, 'cause no one belongs to us.
So we are now.
Beating hearts come alive.
Yeah, it does seem like he's very thrown off. He's picking up weird vibes. No music. Like he's picking up the weird vibes, but he doesn't really know what to do with them.
It's a raccoon.
Oh, no.
He's gone.
Right?
It's gone.
That thing better not come up here. That it better not.
Tell me why I would run right towards
like, look
the
at all
planter.
this green. Like, you have to get used to something just
But you
rolling
know
up
what?
and saying hi.
I got a man
Yes.
that's gonna protect me.
I got you.
It is a red flag factory, this show.
In my mind, like, just from talking to you in the pods and your voice and some of the things you would say, I'm like, I have a picture not of what she looks like in person, but I'm like, I have an idea of her energy in person.
What
It's
does
just
that
like,
mean?
oh man, I know she has like this beautiful smile, which you do. And like, I know she has like this real,
Natalie,
authentic,
same.
loving, genuine, positive, like force. And everybody around her is happier because of her. And then I met you and I'm like, she's the person I thought she was gonna be.
Aaron. What are you talking about, Levy?
Wow. I'm sorry, I'm speechless right now. Thank you. You're perfect. You're perfect. You're perfect for me. Okay?
Well, thank you. Thank you. And you were perfect for me.
Oh, about the boundaries thing, baby? No music. Fun police.
I don't want you to feel pressured, but
Okay.
I got you a little bathing suit.
What?
Stop, that's so cute. No music.
So humble and so sexy and just,
I feel like he truly cares about me.
Just like I picked wrong.
Yeah. I think he's perfect for me. Yeah.
She had a weird look on her face. Yeah. No music. I am the fun police. I went to a wedding at this resort in 2021. Ooh, Laura, was it good? Was it cool? Aaron and I's toxic trait is picking resorts from these shows and deciding we're gonna vacation there.
And then you don't have to make a big ugly scene every time you unpack.
But I want to go still.
It's a disaster sometimes.
So, how do you feel about spending your first night together with me?
It's a little
Are you
weird,
nervous,
but-
Paul?
No, it feels right. I feel like I've wanted to spend the night with you since probably day 2, you know?
Yeah?
I feel like day 3.
Yes,
you know?
Christine,
Day 3 and a
tell
half.
us
I'm like, I don't think I knew your name at that point. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm excited to see how you'll sleep. Like, are you gonna kick me all night?
Emma, same.
Yes, I'm actually a huge kicker and a little bit of a cover hugger.
All I have to say is, like, what I do in my sleep, I cannot be held accountable for.
It's kind of sweet. No music. Oh, Paul. This is like so much filler footage, though. I won't even lie. Okay. Sir, why are you getting naked on camera?
Get out of here.
That is such a choice.
I find like Paul's dorkiness really endearing. I actually find it really attractive. It's one of the things I like most about him. It's so weird to have such a strong emotional connection with someone that I'm like just like looking at for the first time. In the past, he's not exactly what I would have ran after, but like him being in front of me and him being like the person I know is, I mean, I find him really attractive.
Look in your eyes is surreal.
Sometimes this show feels like incel.
It feels like something that I've
turn the
dreamt
music
about
down.
for way too long. And like,
Okay, hold on, pause. Sometimes I feel like this show is like incel food a little bit. Like it pushes my buttons a little bit when they say things about like, oh, I never would have swiped on them on a dating app in real life and whatever. Like, not because I think that's like a bad or wrong thing to say. Like I get that. But it does sometimes feel like it's just fueling this like incel fire of like women don't like nice guys. And like that's not what it is, you know? Ooh, baby, that is a good idea. A podcast episode? Yeah, reviewing the resorts that Netflix sends people to. We should do that. Ooh, look, the button pushed. Ugh, that text needs to be bigger. I need to figure that out. The size that they give you for the emotes, you guys, is so small. I've made them like almost as big as I freaking can. Fandom meetup in Mexico. Oh my god. Now I know Micah and Irina remind me of Go Kim, be nice. Yes, no, we should do that for real. Wait, does that mean, baby, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you telepathically picking up the vibes? Please tell me you're telepathically picking up the vibes. I'm sending them to you so strongly. And also it's not a sexual thing. I'm thinking about like a business thing. I need you to pick that up. In my human sexuality class, I'm creating a fictional curriculum targeted at middle schoolers. Oh, interesting. I love that, Natty. Can you deduct a vacation? Christine, that's what I was thinking. Girl, if I don't have to spend money out of my own personal pocket, then we're going. We will take all of the footage that we need to justify that being a business write-off. Oh, baby, yes. That's what, yes. Thank you for picking up telepathically what I was thinking. That's not how you spell the name of it, but yes, we should do that. All right. Well, great. Now I can't backpedal on this idea because I've said it publicly, so... New episode of Vaguely Therapeutic coming soon. We're going to go. I'm Sophia Nygaard now. I'm going to review all of the resorts. All right. We're at 18:05. The timer at the end says 50:21. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
It still feels like a dream.
That's so sweet.
It's true.
No music. No fun. Absolutely not. Don't tell me your secrets or tell me who you are.
Oh my god, did he sleep with us?
Yeah.
I mean, actually, he's gonna be in between us.
Oh, the stuffed animal. Oh, see, that's...
You don't snore, right?
We'll find out.
Oh god,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
scared.
Yeah, that's fair, honey. No judgment.
Oh god.
What are you thinking?
That you're a crazy ball.
What does
I'm a
that
crazy
mean?
ball.
Crazy ball.
It's weird. I was thinking the same thing.
Eric, for real. Same. No. Ah! Okay, that was less awkward than I thought it was going to be. Oh, boy. No, there's so much music. Okay, hold on, pause, before we talk about Chelsea and Kwame. Let us know how fat friendly. Yes, I will let you know how fat friendly those places are. Gotta go. Duck maintenance. Natalie, good luck with your ducks. Thank you for coming. What happened? Okay, anyways. I want to talk about the awkwardness between Paul and Irina, because if this happens to you in your relationship, where you're like picking up vibes and you're not really sure what the deal is, I really want to encourage people to practice being upfront about it. We had this conversation yesterday. There is very much a way that we can be clear and upfront and also be kind, you know? It's scary and it can feel kind of overwhelming to do, but especially in relationships, obviously we want to like tread carefully in new relationships and stuff. We want to be mindful of the like not going too deep, too fast. Oh yeah, it's Zach. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, Irina and Zach might be. They look the same. Vibes are rancid. But no, seriously, if you're picking up weird vibes, it is okay to say like, hey, I'm not really sure if maybe it's just me, or if this is really how you're feeling, but it seems like maybe you're not super comfortable, you know? Like, is there something that I'm doing or, you know, something that I am not doing? It is okay to just like call that into the room and to like use your own language around it, to word it in a way that feels like you and feels like, you know, like we're not hosting a therapy intervention. But I think a lot of times because of the discomfort that we have, and like the fear that will come up for folks in the early stages of a new relationship, we tend to just like, you know, and that's not helpful. It doesn't set a good precedent in your relationship. Christine, you guys, what am I supposed to substitute that phrase with? When we are too intimate too fast? Like that's worse. I feel. Maybe it's not. Yes, I thought Paul and Zach, it's the curly hair. What it is, it's the curly hair. In my mind, because we only see them from the torso up, they're both short white men with curly hair and like round, like sort of square faces. So to me, they're the same. I know that that's not true, but it, you know, whatever. That's just the way that my brain works. I don't know. I'm not the therapist. Fair enough, Christine. Newly poly and being upfront when the in-person vibes are so different is so hard. Oh yeah, TJ, for sure. And I think people like generally in relationships will feel this. This is something that I've like hosted a lot of conversations around as a clinician about like, I don't want to be weird, or like, I can't say that, that's so awkward. And like, it may be awkward, but also you can still phrase it in a way that sounds like you, and that isn't, you know, avoidant also, because the avoiding and the, do we need a too deep, too fast button now, or a emote now? But the avoiding and like the looking away will first of all prolong the awkwardness. But second of all, it doesn't really set the relationship up for having this like transparency. And also if having a, like, if we're being honest, somewhat mildly awkward and uncomfy conversation, causes a person to run away from you, then like maybe they weren't your person in the first place, you know? I know that that's easy for me to say as a person who's not dating, but I do just want to encourage people to give themselves the permission to like call that stuff into the room, you know? Too fast, too furious. What do you do when you're the only partner being vulnerable? Emma, I think it really depends. There's like so many variables there. I'm horrid at eye contact. Yeah, for a Balls Cave, I think that's fair. Lots of people are struggling with eye contact, especially like post lockdown or quarantine. Folks are finding a lot more social anxiety showing up for them. I think because we've spent so much time alone, and like interacting with people digitally, that we're like figuring out how to get back into that space. So you're definitely not alone in that. Also, it's just very common generally for neurodivergent folks. So nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's more common than people think. What sounds one-sided and unhealthy and unsustainable. Yeah, Miranda, it could be for sure. I think, again, like that's why I'm saying too, like, this is why I hesitate to give advice on the internet, because there's lots of variables there, right? Like the, best course of action will be very different if you guys have been together for like 2 weeks versus like 2 years, you know, like in a 2-year relationship where you're the only one who's consistently being vulnerable after repeatedly asking for vulnerability and giving these bids for connection. That's going to be a very different course of action than like 2 weeks into the thing where you feel like you're the only one who's being vulnerable, you know? We are like those eels in the Japanese aquarium that had to FaceTime with people to stay. Yes, Christine, we really are. Like, for real, that's so a real thing. See, I'm awkward with intimacy, so if the vibes are off, it may not be the other person. It could be me. Yeah, Natty, that's totally fair. And also, that's still a thing that we could call into the room and be like, hey, maybe it's me. But I feel like maybe we're missing each other. And so, like, is it me? Like, is it because I'm being awkward and making you uncomfy? You know, like, I know this is a thing about me. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with communicating that. Okay. We are at 19:03 and the timer at the end says 49:11. We're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah. Moon is out tonight.
I am so annoyed by the music. No. Also, the fact that they're filming this would, for me, immediately be like oh no, that's fine. We don't have to kiss or, you know.
She walks away and I'm like,
do this.
Yo, that's my fiance.
In the
You know
pool.
what I'm saying?
Yes, Tim about cut
Seeing
away.
How
exactly
crazy an emotional connection can like expedite a physical connection has been mind-blowing. For real.
Finally get to sleep together.
Yeah. Would you look at that? Do you like to like full-on cuddle or you like to just like
on?
Huh?
Full on.
I see.
Treat
Except for
yourself
like,
a
we'll
lonely, shy
separate, and then I'll
pandemic
wake up in the
eel.
middle of the night, and then like I'll find you again.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, Carolina,
You
we're
know?
watching at
Okay.
1.25.
Tell me about what else like is like that you want me to know about you.
I have a baby blanket.
You have a baby blanket.
I still
sleep with it every night.
I still sleep with it.
You brought it with you.
Yeah.
Huh?
It is ratted and tatted. It's 30.8 years old. Do you want to know what its name is?
It's not Blanky.
It's Baba.
Baba. Okay, can I see Baba?
Oh boy.
This is Baba.
Baba.
Don't.
We can appreciate Baba.
I'm like, we can retire Baba maybe.
I mean.
Oh, okay.
You retire Baba whenever you want to.
That's nice. No music.
I love you so much.
Did he sniff it? Yeah, that's why I was like sort of caught off guard that he was like so up close and personal with the blanket.
You should push that more.
Pause before we talk about Jackie and Marshall. Yeah, this is a thing that lots of people do. I do want to encourage people to destigmatize the use of like blankets and stuffed animals and stuff. Because like, first of all, if it brings you joy or it provides you some kind of positive benefit in your life, like, who cares? You know, let people have things. It's different if it's like, you know, I can only sleep with this blanket and so like you can't touch me and I need the blanket to be on your face or something. Like, that's maybe a bit much. But it's literally just her blankie, you know? My husband's baby blanket, just like that. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of people do this. Yeah, Sophie, I appreciate that he was just like, okay, you know, like he was obviously a little bit taken aback, but also was just like, whatever, you know, like that's fine. That's your thing. Yeah, I think his reaction was sweet too, Carolina. Yeah, I've slept with the same stuffed pig since I was 5. Yeah, Christine, that's what I'm saying. Like, for a lot of people, it's a comfort thing, and I think like especially now, in like the age of late stage capitalism and, you know, like a pandemic world, if it brings us comfort and it helps us sleep, like I'm inclined to just look the other way about it. Baba is like the name that she gave her baby blanket. I still have a crocheted baby blanket. I'll be 34 this year. I don't sleep with it, but I did into my 20s. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Look at all these people in the chat. Good for you guys for like using the things that bring you joy and that help you sleep. Also, sleep is really important, you guys. I use my Snorlax plushie while I work to help me stop from hunching over. Oh, that's smart, honestly. Okay, we are at 21:28 and the timer says 46:56 at the end. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
It's not. It's gonna keep going. Okay, there we go.
Wow, really yanked on her, huh? I hate the noises. Also, did they zoom in on her butt just then? My God. Can we not show her butt on TV? Like, it feels rude. I am so viscerally uncomfortable with this. Also, we're like periodically... What? That was entirely too much. Entirely too much. Please, with the music, Netflix, I'm begging you. I'm begging at this point. What just happened there? Shorter.
Nothing. A whole lot. Hey, you stop it. You keep the camera up here, man.
Sorry.
This feels invasive.
Love you too.
I would say last night and being intimate with Kwame exceeded all expectations I ever had. And this whole time I was like, what if I'm not attracted to him? I don't think I've ever had this level of attraction with somebody. Because it didn't start physically, you know? This isn't a hookup. This isn't a one-night stand. This isn't someone that's just coming over to get it. Like, this was making love was last night. 100%.
That's nice.
Setting the tone for the rest of our lives. And it's good.
I am so traumatized by this show that I'm waiting for that to, fall apart. But I love that for them. With the music. That section was a little... Yes, it was, Leah.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. We had a really good time talking.
Yeah. One of the conversations Irina and I had last night is that I think she looks better with makeup on or makeup off.
I thought for some reason when you said you moved around at night, I thought you were going to be like a little hurricane, you know? Honestly, it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yes, Mackenzie. Same.
Not with Ralph helping us keep our purity. When I first saw Zach this morning, the first thought I had was, how did you end up in my bed? Did you feel weird when you saw when you woke up next to me?
No.
For a split second I did. I was like, oh boy, not this again.
Oh, not this again? I think it's crazy. It's like just yesterday, it's felt like we went from 0 back to where we were at the end.
I don't think for me it was fully there, but I am surprised at how comfortable I feel around you, I would say. How, I don't know, it already feels like we're best friends. Good things take time.
Lovey, you're not wrong about that. And it's but see, that's what I'm saying. We've been together for 12 years. I can call you a bokoblin, Because also, I'm joking. I don't actually think. Also, I didn't say you look like one. I said that you have a similar affect, which is different because you just have a short attention span. Yeah, the purity thing, I'm confused. Did they have a conversation? They're intentionally choosing to avoid sex or physical intimacy until they do the thing, or is she saying that as a way to sort of skirt around the I'm not attracted to you issue? Because those are different. If I took a shot every time I cringed out. Yeah, Sophie, their interactions tend to be really uncomfy. And I feel again, I just want to drive home the point that when this stuff happens, you can just call that into the room. You don't have to do it in a rude way. But it feels like there's so much that's being left unsaid, and it's creating a lot of awkwardness. I don't have a goblin affect. I mean, listen, you do a little sometimes when you're doing your chaos gremlin thing. I think you do. Yeah, pterodactyl pie, same. I just am uncomfy with being perceived while I'm being intimate or affectionate. I don't like it. Even on the Patreon lives, if Aaron has to leave for work or whatever, I literally turn the mic and the camera off so I can kiss him goodbye. I don't like to be intimate with someone, and I notice that I'm being filmed by someone else. Yeah, no, well, because it is. It's an invasion of privacy, purely for the purpose of selling TV, which just feels kind of icky. All right, 24:43. The timer at the end says 43:34. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. No music. No fun. I feel like Edna mode. No capes.
You do not.
Okay.
Woo!
Oh, all right. We crossed that hurdle.
I wouldn't know if I did or not.
Hi,
No,
Tatum.
You talked in your sleep a little bit, but yeah, you were calling my name. You're like, oh, Tiffany. Oh, Tiffany, you're the best.
I mean, I would totally say that. But you are the best.
Thank you.
Nikki, no music is way more fun. We really do need a no music emote. I ran out of spaces for emotes, though. I can't add more until we have more channel members. So become a channel member, and I'll make a no music emote.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. How's the sleep?
Oh, I was out.
The butt shots on this show are out of control.
I wanted to have sex, but I'm kind of glad that we didn't. Like, I can't deny, but
Yeah.
I think it was the right move.
Yeah, I agree.
I felt right.
In the past, I've definitely gone for the more granola type girl. I don't want to say like witchy, but like, you know, the girls that are like always like brewing like potions. I don't know
Does
how to
this
describe
man
that.
have
It's
big
weird,
titty
you know,
goth
the kombucha
ex-girlfriends?
and, like herbs, like an herb garden, and like, you know, their clothes match those activities. So it's just like, you know, like old jeans and like paint from projects, which is not what Micah is. Micah's a gorgeous person. It's just different. It's hard to.
What does
hard to
that
compare.
mean?
Yeah, I can overthink things.
I
really
know
quickly.
with the butt shots,
Jumping
I can't take
into maybe that next chapter or something we should like do
Mhm.
with ease and naturally and just when it comes.
No music. I am so annoyed. Just because she's a witch doesn't mean she's ugly. Oh my god. They really are just playing the music, huh? We should start a timer from now on about how long the music is going. Oh, that looks cute. What are you doing?
You know, this is all a part of the experience.
It's like a little outdoor spa thing. And they said, surprise, more music for you.
This is definitely like a part of like the husband application.
Oh,
that's nice. Giving her a little
Yeah, you're
back
doing
rub.
good so far.
We'll see.
Oy vey. Oh, the yoga crystal girl? Yeah, I get that.
Force this bitch. Like,
You better not. I don't want no problems. Since we are not in the United States.
Baby, write that down.
Be careful if
I'm
motherfuckers is
good.
in front of you.
I'm keeping at least a car length.
They're in Tulum.
You care about me.
Oy vey.
This is so pretty.
The emotional connection and the physical connection, as well as our intellectual connection. It's a very intense high. I feel it. It's surrounding me, it's swirling. Our connection is just so strong that it's gonna continue forever.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay. Cheers to me and only me. And you.
I just
I'll
am
take
so
that.
traumatized by this show that I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna go away.
That is crazy to think about, though. Like, we only met a couple of days ago. And
Yes.
the fact that we feel like we've known each other for forever.
I know you.
Yeah.
You're like a real man. You're not like a weirdo, and you're like one of these bozos out here in the streets. I'm not worried about you at all. I'm really not.
I love the
I'm
way
worried
that she
about me.
talks. Her
'Cause I go back home,
mannerisms
and it could be like a
and
flip of a
phrases are
switch, so
so
I can go back
funny.
to how I used to be. And I don't want to do that, because you don't deserve that.
We'll be fine.
Yes,
I'm not worried about
exactly.
I hope.
You're just in your head about it.
Like all the time I'm in my head. I just don't want to push you away.
You won't. You won't. No one is perfect. We have to rely on each other to get us through those imperfections. Remember what you always used to tell me. Just give yourself grace.
I know.
Just
As
like,
if they
just like
didn't
you tell me
meet
to
4
give
days
myself
ago.
grace. You'll be fine.
Hi.
There's something that
I don't know how to say your username. As difficult. Thank you for coming. I do want to talk about this because I know, Christine. I do want to talk about this because I appreciate this conversation a lot. Savannah doesn't, apparently. Savannah has really big feelings about this. I think this is a nice example of what it looks like to just own the stuff that we're bringing to the table without necessarily asking our partner to fix it or saying that like this is a like problem. Ooh, yes. Gossip News and True Crime Network. Definitely set a timer to see how long the music lasts next time. But no, I think this is a nice example of what it looks like to just like open up about where we're at without making it someone else's responsibility, right? She's just owning that like I am in my head and I don't want to push you away. And so like putting that out there and just like allowing your partner to be with that information is really valuable in terms of like forming a connection and in terms of forming that intimacy, but also in like creating a safety and a trust. Gross. I just burped. Bye, Elizabeth. Thank you for coming. Bye, Tatum. Thank you for coming. No, this is a nice bonding moment, and also like an important thing when we talk about like letting your partner know where you're at, because then if you do start to say or do things that seem like maybe not reflective of your typical self, and you've already let them know like, hey, I'm really in my head about this stuff, then they know, you know what I'm saying? And they might proceed differently in situations of conflict where like if you say something that's like hurtful, or you're like being kind of a weirdo, they know what you're coming to the table with, and it helps us resolve the conflict faster and with more compassion. I do listen to your channel for advice. I have a bunch of issues, and I feel like your channel. Oh, I love that. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Yes, Natty, that's why I like immediately when somebody was like, oh, I'm into witchy girls, I was like, oh, I know exactly what that looks like. I don't associate like witchy girls with like being ugly. I feel like that's like a very like Gen X thing, you know, like millennials and Gen Z are a lot more or a lot less weirded out by witchcraft and paganism. Sitting with folks and their feelings is so important. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I appreciate this. I'm like hopeful about it. I do like Jackie and Marshall, but again, I just am so traumatized by this show that like I don't know that I believe that anyone is here with good intentions anymore, you know? Mateo, they're fine. The dogs are annoyed by everyone that are driving by, and the cats are snoozing. So, you know, they're hanging out. Generally, they're not big fans of when I stream because they like attention. But, you know, I think they're hanging in there. Witches are fun. We get the good herbs. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, Natty. Okay, we're at 30 minutes even. The timer at the end says 38:24. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Obviously that I want to, but it's something that I need. Because I've never had that reciprocated. Like, I've never had someone care about me like that.
You are the dog.
Deadass? For real?
Look at your hand.
They're so cute.
I've been the guy to walk away when it got hard. I ain't doing that shit again. Look at me. I ain't doing that shit again. You're stuck with me. I'm talking to you straight up. I ain't doing that shit again.
I give you a kiss, but I feel like I'm eating a lot of scram. Sweet, babe.
This is cute. I love this. No music, thank you very much. We're full up on that, trying to cut back. Hell yeah, just vibing. Way to go. Oh, you put your laundry away. Yay, I love that. Congratulations, Christine.
Yeah, dude, is that gonna be a problem that you love singing and I can't with it?
You're gonna have to deal with it.
I can't.
Yeah, you will. You're gonna.
No, I can't.
That'll just be like, they're like, why didn't it work out?
These are things that we would know if we dated
He was
the
the
normal
perfect
way.
guy. Oh, but man, his voice, I just couldn't handle it. Here, get under my arm.
It looks like the rain is taking a day off.
No. No.
Because my ego is too big, but sometimes I'll just look at you and I'll be like, wait, he's so cute. Like, I'll just like analyze your face and I'll be like, Zach, is that you? I was like you have like a really, yeah, like your face, your body, the way you move, I notice those things.
I feel like us taking it slow, it makes every moment meaningful. I didn't come here to find like a hookup or some hot girl. Like that wasn't my goal, right?
You know.
I came here, I mean, I ended up with a hot girl, but
yeah,
no, I came here to meet someone who I could see myself spending the rest of my life with.
You like me?
Yeah, I do.
You have a crush on me. Just kidding.
It's weird. It's almost like I proposed to you.
This is officially the best date I've been on.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the best date.
No, I'm not into that.
Oh, she actively rebuffed him. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna go. I don't think she likes him that much. Oy vey. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. Did they get in a fight?
Well, today was a good day.
Today was a good day.
Being back in the house after experiencing the city with my baby, I'm in my emotions. I'm thinking about home, I'm thinking about my people, I'm thinking about work. A real commitment to me is loving my family, even though my family ain't perfect. And I'm scared that
understandable.
I'll lose him, then I'll push him away.
That was really sweet.
You want some water? Okay,
Stay here, I'll bring it.
Oh, is there a trigger warning? Uh-oh.
Come here.
Aww. Poor thing. This is sweet, though. Good for her. I mean, so far I see nothing wrong with this. Like, she's having emotions. That's fine. I know the haunted house music.
I get it. Stuff back home, I'm creeping to, present. I get it.
I feel like that sometimes.
Yes.
Did you have a good day?
I had a great day.
Good. What are those days where it's like... Nice. Put that back in the fridge.
Oh boy. I know, the camera people are being very invasive. I wonder sometimes how the cameras amplify people's emotions, you know?
You know I'm here for you, right?
I know.
What can I do to get us back to the moment that we were having before? Before home came back into play.
Home will always be in a play for me. I think this place right now is just temporary. Please go back to that shit, man.
We talked about this. Yeah, I got you.
With the music.
I gotta go this shit.
I'm not going back alone.
That's nice.
You know that, right?
Yeah, the booze certainly does not help. The music is so
real.
I know.
I have so many people to take care of.
I know you're strong. But you don't have to do this alone.
That's nice.
I'm just tired, that's all.
Well, I don't think that's probably true, but... Aww. Poor thing. With the heartbeat, really. What is this camera angle? It's so invasive. Poor thing. She's like having such a moment, and they're like, yes, let us film this. This is great TV. Yes, Christine, exactly.
Yes,
yeah, I want to talk about that really quick. I saw someone in the chat say, where did it go? She said in an interview that her dad has cancer and she's his caretaker, and this was a moment of all the weight coming in on her while she was away. I think this is like a really common experience for a lot of people who are put in this like caretaker role, or especially in large families, if you're like an oldest child, there's like parentification that can happen there. Yes, yeah, caretaker burnout, like that kind of a thing. And I know that like the way that Marshall phrased some of the stuff was like maybe not the best, like him saying like, how can we get back to that other moment, can feel kind of invalidating. But generally I think the way that he showed up for her was like probably one of the least problematic things we've seen on this show. He was calm. He didn't personalize her reaction. He didn't get hurt or wounded that she wasn't like jumping for joy on their little like honeymoon thing, right? And he was being really respectful of her boundaries. You know, he was like there and continuing to engage with her in some capacity while also giving her space and like respecting her privacy. I think generally this is a nice way to model what it looks like to support a person who's having a hard time letting you in, you know, especially when there are the trust things and there's like some fear of vulnerability there. It can be nice to know that someone is respecting your boundaries and still giving you the space, but also not just like completely disengaging. He's still like choosing to be present, you know, just in a way that feels like less threatening to her. It was nice seeing him not walking away in the moment where she gets, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there were times I wish a partner sat with me for a moment while I just had my feelings. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the times we struggle to like really sit with people when they're having a strong emotional reaction, because the impulse is like, oh, I must have done something wrong, or if something else happened, like I can fix it, right? I can like make this go away. And really what people need sometimes is for you to just be there, right? In like this non-judgmental, quiet silence, that you're just like being in presence for their emotion, and, you know, either like silently or explicitly communicating that like, this doesn't scare me away. This isn't going to push me away. I see you and I want to be here with you and share this with you. And there's not a timeline on like you needing to figure it out or like, you know, zip it back up. Like you can just be a person. Oh, I know, Housewife Gaming. I thought the same thing. Because Marshall, I think, like I said, I know he didn't phrase everything perfectly, but also as a reminder, that's not what people are called to. You know, I think he did a pretty good job. And now I'm nervous that something bad is going to happen. He did a good job of being present true. Yeah, exactly. SK number 2. I feel the same. My ex-boyfriends would either tell me to stop crying or say, yeah, see, and that's not helpful. That's not kind or supportive. Sometimes people just need that reassurance that it is okay for you to be like not okay right now. Yeah, did Kwame do something? I had to learn this after being a nurse and working with cancer patients. Sometimes you need to tell them to go ahead. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And like we as a society do a bad job with this, right? We are taught that if we're crying, we should have a good enough reason, and also that we should resolve it in like a reasonable amount of time so as to not be a burden to people. And that's fucked up and also not helpful. Yeah. Yeah, Mackenzie, I think a lot of us are in that place sometimes because it's a societal value, right? Like that's what we learn. That's like what we're taught is the way to be. Okay, we're at 37:44. The timer at the end is 30 minutes, 36 seconds, and we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Tonight?
Yeah, you're gonna sleep outside tonight? Hey!
No, I'm not sleeping outside.
Why, it's pretty nice out there.
Oh, yeah, I'm not getting bit by the mosquitoes.
Too much. That was way too intimate.
Too much.
It was so fast and so quick.
You are ridiculous.
Woo!
So I'm curious, the physical side, you say like that's a problem, but I feel like that's what you want.
Usually when I'm in relationships, it does come easier. It's very like, I'm a very physical touch person, but I feel like with you that's taken like longer to grow that or like be as comfortable.
What do you think that is?
I don't know. And like you're my fiance or someone that I'm hopefully getting married to.
Yeah, I don't
if
think
you were
she
like,
likes him.
Irina, when you touch me or hug me or hold my hand, I get uncomfortable. Like I would be like, what the? I would like, I don't know if I'd be able to be with you, to be completely honest.
Yeah, when we were in the pods, you were very, very affectionate. And since we've gotten into the real world, I've noticed that you have been hesitant to express that affection. In fact, more often you kind of push me away with jokes.
Maybe because I didn't see you, and it was your voice that I was connecting to. Now it's a face and a body.
One of the reasons that I picked you is...
I was super affectionate.
Yeah, I think you're in your head. I think you're thinking about what's going to happen when we get to the altar, and you are a little bit afraid of it. So like, I think you've already kind of, I feel like you've already kind of made up.
My mind about it?
Yeah,
but
I feel like that's why you're not as affectionate. Because you've already decided in your head, like, oh, it's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm. You'll be going home right now if I felt that way.
I'm just saying, like,
maybe, yeah. I realize though, like, that I am scared, like, I am scared of being affectionate. Like, every time, like, even you say, like, oh, you're so beautiful, and you look at me, instead of being like, oh, baby, like, I'll be like, ah! And I'll just, like, run away.
That's actually what you do.
Maybe I'm insecure about, like, how my appearance in a way, or, like, I don't know, I don't think you're being, like, honest or something, so it makes me feel uncomfortable. If there's anyone I could trust with my feelings, it'd be you. You're a good guy, and you care about me for not, like, my physical appearance, but for my heart. Again, like, that's why I keep going back to, like, maybe this is just gonna take time. Maybe it's so new, like, just being physical together and seeing each other and, like, adding this aspect to our relationship, and maybe it's, I don't know.
When we were in the pods, you absolutely hated not being in control. You hated it. You hated it when you
yeah, when you had to choose between. Yeah, of course, because you were talking to me and Bliss. And
but you don't like that power dynamic, is what I'm saying. And I think that the power dynamic in your relationship is really important to you.
Yeah,
I think you like feeling like you have control.
I don't feel like I don't have control with you.
I know, but that's my point.
Why do you feel like you're? I know that's like a really strong word to say, but I feel like you're just like trying to find me find me as I'm the issue or I'm making the issue.
I'm not.
So me choosing not to be affectionate with you is me being in control.
It's a theory.
But then I don't have the fun because I like being affectionate.
Well, you haven't been very affectionate.
I know, and I feel like maybe that hurts you, so that's why you're saying all these things.
No, I'm just trying to know what's going on in your mind. Yeah.
Okay. Pause. There's a lot to unpack here. I suppose we can just start from the top. First and foremost, I saw Christine. Yeah, maybe the bar's in hell, but he's taking all the physical rejection very well for a man. Solid point, actually. You're not wrong. That bar is, we need to shovel. But that is a fair point. I do think that all things considered, he's certainly not taking it as poorly as we've seen other people take it on the show. So fair enough. He stepped into lawyer really quick. I think that's the other thing here. I appreciate what he's trying to do in that he's attempting to help process. He's attempting to help her process potentially what is emotionally going on for her. I'm inclined to believe that there is maybe some aspect of that because we saw the mean girl behavior and because she talked in one of her initial interviews about her insecurity with her acne and acne scars and just generally how that affected her confidence. Yes, Lovey, thank you. So I don't disagree necessarily that could be a thing that's showing up for her. However, I really want to caution people against telling people how they feel. First of all, because they've known each other for a grand total of 15 minutes. But second of all, because even when we do know someone really well, we can't ever really be fully inside their head. And it can feel really invalidating to be trying to work through something that is emotionally difficult and vulnerable and kind of scary and have someone tell us no, this is how you feel. This is what you're doing. I can see it. And this is the way that it is. Because you don't know that, maybe you don't know that. And even if you are right, people are still resistant to really trust that because we don't like being told how we feel. So I want to encourage people to shy away from that. But even if you are having that inkling, you do know the person really well, you can see, Indy, one of us. Thanks for becoming a channel member. I want to caution people against this because if you you do pick up those vibes and you're no, I know, I have a really strong feeling about this, you can just ask and say I wonder if maybe this is what it is, or I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but to me it seems like X, Y, or Z, right? That feels a whole lot less aggressive and telling you how you feel than saying oh no, I can see that this is what you're doing. Sometimes, yes, Christine, exactly. And also you could just ask it as a question and say listen, I might be wrong, but to me, it seems like you're doing this. Are you feeling insecure or are you struggling with feeling like you're not in control right now? Right? That's first of all, a lot more compassionate, but second of all, just more conducive to creating a real conversation. Yes, I know. The I wonder thing is such a therapist thing. That's why I said put it in your own vernacular, in your own words. The way that I talk now is just forever therapy language, but you get it. Because we'll never know exactly. Yes, exactly. We will never know exactly how someone feels. And again, even if you do, telling them definitively, this is how you feel, will probably just serve to shut down the conversation rather than create an environment where they feel safe and comfortable to say, this is how I'm feeling, right? Am I the only one who notices red flags when other people are involved? Oh, Mackenzie, no, that is so exceedingly aggressively common and normal. We have a really hard time being objective about our own lives and situations. That's why it's important to have a good community of people, and why having objective listeners like therapists in your life can serve a great service too. Do as I say, not as I do. Exactly. Maybe this should be its own video because I'm curious how many red flags it takes before someone decides it's too many. And that's the thing too, is we don't know necessarily how she's feeling or what the real truth of their interactions looks like, because Netflix is heavily editing and curating this content, right? So they could be having these really sweet moments, but because Netflix needs to position one couple as the success story and one couple as the underdogs, they might be editing Irina and what's his bucket, Zach, to look like the problem couple, you know? We don't know. And so maybe she is actually attracted to him, but she's just insecure and she's like struggling with a fear of being rejected or like a fear of intimacy, right? Like we don't know all of that. Yes, the music does influence us so much. Reese has more chemistry than Micah or anyone else. You mean Irina? We're discussing this as if they're fictional characters. Well, in a way, Christine, they kind of are. Like, they're real people, obviously, but the very curated versions of them that we get on the show is not reflective of their real selves, right? Yeah, Emma, exactly. Netflix does create story arcs for them. People, our brains are wired to want like easily digestible and predictable patterns in media. And so reality TV is still very heavily curated, you know? This is totally off topic, but we're having a break in the rain and so many cute. Aw, that's so sweet, Gemma Bell. I love that. It looks like she's just not into him and trying to find a deep psychological reason behind it. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, Carolina. It could be that too. Like, it could just be that she is not physically attracted to him and doesn't know how to say that, right? Okay. I think, yeah, that's enough of that. 41:21, and then the timer at the end says 26:54. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. No music. No capes.
Well.
Yeah, see, and the joke is an attempt to, like, let's stop talking about this. I think that there is probably some further communication stuff to work on, but it's hard to do that on camera. Like, really hard. Oh, okay, here we go.
This is Zach in his natural habitat.
Oh?
Did I wake you up? Am I good bed mate?
You're a good bed mate.
Nice.
Yeah, you weren't very cuddly last night.
No?
Those lyrics are, I know, the lyrics are always so on the nose.
All right, Paul, you look really hot behind the camera. It's a whole new view. I've never seen this.
Oh man, you're like, well,
I'm like, wait a damn minute.
Last night we had a raccoon in our apartment.
Oh no.
Ate some chocolate.
Moral of the story is always shut your doors and lock them.
I would be so excited about that, though. All right, hold on, pause. As an actor, it's very interesting to see how curated this must serve a solid plotline and story, and how. Oh yeah, Indy. And I think as reality TV has evolved too, we like to think that reality TV is not the same as scripted television. And like that is so very much not the case anymore. I think reality TV was probably never really reality. But as it's continued to evolve as a medium, producers need to continue to up the ante of like what is interesting and dramatic and worth watching, right? The reality TV space is highly competitive. It's highly saturated. And a lot of it has been done before. So there needs to be an incentive for a viewer to continue to come back, right? A lot of the way that they do that is by creating these character arcs and archetypes that we can project ourselves onto, so that we have a like uniquely emotional experience watching this TV show. They can't do that by giving somebody the space to be their fully fleshed out selves and like be a complex human being, right? Like they need to very carefully curate the way that we perceive people in order for us to like appropriately project ourselves onto them. That's why I think it's so important that we're mindful of the way that we speak about these people, because they're people, right? They have like very full and complex and valuable lives outside of the show that we know nothing about. And so when we cast these people as like awful, terrible, the worst, like it's not fair, first of all, but also like dehumanizing. It's like really a weird parasocial issue. Bye, Eric. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. Yes, Carolina, they do recycle the same character briefs over and over again. I feel like we avoid the red flags because we want the relationships. Oh, yeah, that happens a lot. And also to some degree, I think is just like a human thing, you know? We want things to work out the way that we want them to work out. And so sometimes we look past stuff, you know? You guys, I should not have had that iced coffee because I can't stop burping. All right, we're at 42:57 and the timer at the end says 25:30. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I don't know if our first.
Couples yoga.
Hard work. They seem the type to do couples yoga.
I like it.
I'm all sweaty.
The butt shots, you guys. I assume they made these to be considered.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I left the
I got
music
out the
on.
showers, I feel better.
Damn it.
Last night I had, I think, just like a moment. I do the best I can for my family. And I don't really have a lot of me time. So it's hard. I'm glad you were there for me. I'm glad you were there. That's just what I needed at that moment.
You know, we all have our moments. We all have our time where we think about stuff that we are going to go back to, but it's important to just remain present and in the moment, and we'll, you know, we'll cross those roads when we get there.
Yeah.
You're a very strong woman. You know that?
I tried to be.
You carry a lot.
I won't ever have one of those moments again.
And if you do, it's okay.
That was not okay.
We're human.
Okay.
We're human.
Those actions last night was love. That was pure love. No man would have did that for any shorty that he didn't love. And that man loves me.
Have I told you this?
Okay, hold on, pause. I love the way that he responded to that because he didn't engage with her saying like, oh, that wasn't okay or whatever. He didn't like try to correct her or judge her, but he just said, but if you do, that's fine, right? Yes, I think this was good communication. His glasses are also cute. And I think Marshall is crushing it in the communication department. I really appreciate seeing people have conversations like this because I think it's something we should normalize, right? Like we are never going to show up as like perfectly self-actualized versions of ourselves in relationships, and having a partner who can be there for that and be understanding of that and also help us navigate moving past that is such a like beautiful part of life and relationships. For what it's worth, this is also why I say that I hate when people say like, oh, you have to love yourself before you can love others. No. A lot of healing happens in community, and one of the most beautiful ways that we do that is by being loved when we don't feel lovable, you know? Not that that's a place we should stay, or like a place that we ideally want to live, but it's like really valuable in the moment learning that like, oh, like I was being a lot yesterday and like being very emotional, and previously I've never had anyone actually bear witness to that and be perfectly fine with it, and so like maybe it is safe for me to be vulnerable, you know? That's fair, Carolina. Yeah, that's true. People who are good people, good friends, good family, whatever, should also do that. I think that's a good point. It's not necessarily just a romantic relationship thing. It's a thing that we should do when we just care for and respect people generally. Okay, we're at 44:20. Timer at the end says 25:52. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Today.
Oh my gosh. Now you've told me.
Got you, girl. Don't ever forget that.
Thanks, babe.
That's sweet. No music. They really cut between scenes like every 2 seconds.
But do we expect it to be this good? I don't know. I was gonna ask you, is there anything like you're worried about me finding out, or like about how our lives are gonna gel together?
RuPaul's line.
I'm nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm nervous about us heading back home. I'm nervous about figuring out how we fit. I'm nervous about the rest of this vacation. Like, you know, no matter how good it feels,
there's a lot we haven't faced.
That
there's a lot we haven't faced yet.
Yeah, I know.
Dope.
Are you nervous about us running into everybody? How do you think that's gonna be?
I think I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think
It's
we're
never
all
gonna go
curious.
Yeah.
What everyone
Those
looks
first
like.
meetings never go well.
What other couples are gonna be here,
Yeah.
right? What their dynamic is like.
I mean, obviously,
yeah.
getting here, I don't care about anybody else here.
Yeah,
like,
me neither.
Point blank period. But like, I also want to just keep it 100, right? Like, there's a little curiosity about who this person is.
Of course, and I think that's
you know?
natural.
Yeah. So like, how would you feel if I went over and kind of just had a conversation with Michael? Would you be all right with that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm blessed with my decision.
Yeah.
You know?
Me too. I think that's important that we're confident.
Regardless of how deep those connections got, like they kind of, you know, went their way at a certain point. And, you know, we got here, we got to go all the way through, and that's what's important.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we were talking a little bit about how, like, before we were about to get intimate, like, we were both kind of nervous.
Yeah.
We were, like, bopping around the room. And I was like, why are you stalling? What? Let's go.
The nerves.
Yeah, what was going through your mind at that point?
Okay.
I mean, like I said, we've had this crazy chemistry the whole time, but, like, when you're finally putting it together, right? We definitely, I don't know about what you thought, but in my mind, I set this bar crazy high, right?
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, I just hope it lives up to what we're hoping it will, you know?
Did it? I was just thinking earlier, too. I would agree.
100%. 1,000 billion.
But even just, like, looking in your eyes feels intimate because we didn't get that.
Yeah. It's crazy, like, actually putting your voice to your face, to your body, to who you are.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like...
Okay. We're pausing. We're at 47:24. Chat, then smash, cello. What happened? Oh, yeah. I, first of all, appreciate him being clear about his intentions when they do meet with everyone and just saying, like, how do you feel about me meeting up with Micah? Also, notably, he did not ask her for permission to do that. He didn't say, like, oh, am I allowed to? He checked in to say, like, how are you feeling if I do this, right? That's a key distinction, and I think an important one in relationships, because it's very different than what we saw with Amber and Barnett from season 1. In the, like, after the altar special, there was a lot of language from Barnett about how, like, I'm not allowed to talk to you or to do that, which is not a healthy dynamic to set up in a relationship. We don't want to be asking our partner for permission, because first of all, it sets up a weird parent-child dynamic, but second of all, it can create resentment in the long term. And so in an ideal situation, we're more so asking, like, if I do these things, how does that affect you? How does that make you feel? What comes up for you? And how can we navigate that together, right? Because if I feel strongly about, like, having a conversation with Micah, I can still say, okay, like, this is something I want to do. I'm going to do this, but I also want to make sure that I'm showing up for you, right? Like, what are the things that you need from me to feel emotionally cared for, to feel respected, while I'm also doing something that I know is important for me. Bye, Mackenzie. Thank you for coming. So I appreciate that. But on top of that, I appreciate that they are just being, like, transparent with each other about where they're at and what they're feeling. I don't know to what degree this is like really true though. I think just the way that the past seasons have turned out has caused me to, like, side-eye all of these conversations, because I'm like, yeah, on paper this is great, right? But, like, in practice, what does that really look like? And behind closed doors, are we still doing this, you know? Hi, Natalie. I hope your bird handling went well. Okay. We are at 47:24, and the timer at the end says 20:59. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Really thinking that in our relationship, we have been apart longer than we've been together. And it still feels really natural, you know?
It does.
You set the fire burning in my soul.
And I just keep, like, praying and hoping, like, please don't make it too good to be true.
Yeah.
Just make it this good and be true. Like, that's all I want. You're all I've ever wanted, you know?
Damn. That was beautiful.
No, dead ass, babe. True.
You're all I ever wanted to.
Here comes the music. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, it's happening. Is this the group meetup? I think this is the group meetup. I also think those pants are from...
Yeah.
Hi, sweetie. How are you? There we go.
Good, baby. How you doing, baby?
How
you doing? Hi. What's up, Chelsea? Nice to meet you.
So
I hear Chelsea.
Hey! Look at them.
Wait a minute, he's kind of fun.
Oh my God, I'm dead right now. He's kind of fun.
I told you.
That's so funny.
What's up there?
Okay, so far no problems. So far no
Marshall
drama.
definitely reminds me of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith.
Oh boy. God, Irina has faith in that top girl.
I'm Irina.
Thank you.
You?
Oh boy. I know. Christine, I caught that too.
Hi, baby. Hi, Paul.
Paul,
It's so good
nice
to meet you. I'm Tiffany.
Tiffany, okay,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, so nice to meet you. Hello,
Micah?
Mike. Kwame. Oh my God, hello. Seeing Kwame, I think he's super handsome, and like I think he's just as wonderful as I imagined.
I feel like me and Micah
boy.
have this thing that like was so beyond what our physical appearance was.
Yes, not
Micah
the
could
same.
be the strangest looking being on earth, and like I still would have been encapsulated by her presence. She's really beautiful, you know? I'm attracted to her. Like, I'm attracted to her. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
It was
how that
wild getting to spend our
goes.
first couple nights together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is my motherfucking fiance.
Yeah.
And I'm just meeting her. Like,
Yes, I'm scared of how this
it
is
is
gonna
a
go too.
real experiment, bro.
is.
But like, I feel really great about it.
It's just easy. It's easy.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Or what you're hoping for it to be.
Yeah, hoping for it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but like, I mean, what I'm saying here is like, I guess like, let's put up.
Christine, I love that.
My man is cheesing. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Ear to ear.
She's amazing.
Jackie.
Yeah, every way. Look at her. She's glowing. She's glowing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
No awkwardness, no anything. It feels like we've been together for years.
You guys banging it?
Oh
You guys
yeah,
banging it?
Gemma Bell for sure. But on this show, historically, not a good look.
Fucking rats, man.
That's how I like it. That's how I want it. That's my life.
Oh God.
I love that for you.
I'm very happy for you. I expect
Oh
it.
boy.
She's very, very, very physical.
What's his sex been? We actually haven't had sex yet. What? Because I'm on my cycle. But here's the thing. I didn't want that to be my first experience with him. But that isn't to say that I don't know how to please him outside of sex. So, like, I'm good.
Okay. Shout out to our man, bitch. They're fine. We did good. Cheers.
Let's get busy, time to get down to business. I'ma hit you up.
Oh boy.
Can I have a tequila ginger?
It's so weird putting your voice to your face.
Yeah.
It's so weird. No,
I
it's
know.
crazy. It's so nice to see you. It's funny because now that like I see you, so Paul and I like love him so much, but like I had such a hard time like equating the two. But with you, I feel like it fits like a little glove.
It's funny, like I was just thinking about it. With us, it almost felt like early on, it was just like, boom. And it's like, it's really rare for me to just like connect with somebody like that. So it was weird getting into it, but
Yeah.
you know.
How's everything going now though? Good?
Good. I'd say it's great.
Good. I really do care about you, like as a person, and like the connection we made. Like I still like think about you. I like hope the best for you, and I don't know. I just want you to be so happy, and like I hope that Chelsea's like the person that makes you happy.
Oh
That is the
boy.
most Micah thing ever. Like,
Why is that the most Micah thing ever?
because like you really have the best heart. You know, I can feel it.
I mean, I feel that from you too.
Yeah.
Like, thinking about like how like our like last conversation went. I know it was like a very quick like, hey, okay, it's over, okay, bye, see you later. You know, and that's hard because we both
Yeah.
have really strong feelings and like,
That shit wasn't easy.
I know.
You know?
Of course I know. It wasn't easy for me either.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like at all.
Yeah.
Are you
It was a
sure,
tough moment.
Micah?
I mean,
Do you want to
That
reassess
wasn't
that
anything
answer?
I didn't want you. It was me saying like I needed to like think and make sure I was making the right decision for both of us, because I think that there's a very good chance I could have been like you till the end, because you gave me so much reassurance and you made me feel so like strong and comfortable, and I have never felt like a foundation that was so strong in my life.
there were points in time where like I felt so sure about what we had going on.
And I did too. I want you to know that. I did too.
We're supposed to walk out of here with our real connection, and that's what happened.
Like Chelsea and stuff, like me and her weren't the closest, but as I start to see like her heart, I feel like she's very, very, very genuine. Sometimes it comes off a little much, as I'm sure you know. But it's not a facade. It's not some sort of like show. It's who she is.
She's being very real.
And that makes me happy that you were able to find what your real match was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that is it, right?
That is it.
I don't know. I just want you to know, like, if you ever want to talk about anything, I know you're really happy now. I'm just like still here. No, I think you're so great.
I think you're so great too.
What does that mean, Micah?
How are you?
Oh my gosh, you're so dark features. I did not expect that.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys don't look alike at all. He kept saying you guys look alike.
It's a little
I
bit.
think
It's the
curlier
hair.
Oh, how weird.
With Irina,
This is
I
gonna be
expected a
interesting.
lot, and I definitely got a lot. In regards to Irina's outfit, I'm just trying to like keep your eyes at like a horizon level sort of viewpoint. Here, you lead, Mike.
Oh my God, you're the worst.
Zach, why are you trying to kiss my mouth when my mouth is open? Give me a kiss check. There you go.
Oy vey. Yeah, Chelsea, I thought the same thing.
So Zach, I feel like is my type on paper as like brown hair, brown eyes, like chiseled face. Like I really like dark features. And like the moment I saw Zach, it was like I don't know who this man is, and I was like maybe it's just like scary, and it was a lot. Like oh maybe it's gonna grow. And like I've noticed though like every time he does like touch me, I get like a major itch. Like when he puts his arm around me,
yep.
I literally like my heart's up, and I literally go, but not like an excited way.
I want to like relate to you in like a way, but like it's just like so different. So like, well, the thing with me and Paul is like we both like had such an immediate like understanding as like best friends. No, I know, but like, but can I tell you this though? Can I tell you this though? Like when I first saw Paul, I was like, not my type, which feels so superficial.
Yeah. I feel like
Raspberry
Paul is so
Italia,
attractive
hi.
and just sensing like, oh, like there is a type I have, and it just makes me realize what I don't have was that.
Oh boy.
Like there's a difference between like any other guy hugging me and there's Zach hugging me. It's just not there, and I don't know if it's gonna grow. It worries me that I still don't have this digital connection with him, even though I can see it with other people.
Yeah, that's not a great sign. Not a great sign.
I'm excited too. Like, so I got shit on for my borscht. Apparently I did it wrong.
Actually, to be honest, I don't know how to cook Russian food.
Really? It's,
Like if I saw you, I could help you out because of my mom.
you'll have to get her to send us recipes.
You're gonna dab me out.
The Russian style. Yeah. Wait, you gotta do the gun. Wait, the finger guns at the end. Are you ready?
Okay. Pause. So a couple of things. Hi, Raspberry Italia. Yeah, we are talking about, right now we're going to talk about Irina and Zach. Yeah, I think the thing is that Irina wants anybody who's not Zach. I think she's having some regret, which is funny because she told him explicitly in the pods, I don't care what you look like. And I think she was under the impression that he was going to be this like conventionally attractive person who like checked all of her boxes. And like, as it turns out, it was not that, you know, or at least for her, it didn't seem like her type. Weirdly insulting convos, lack of chemistry. Yes. Yeah. Less of the oops all trauma vibe. But definitely a lot of awkwardness and uncomfiness. The thing about this that I want to talk about though is again, the lack of transparency here. Well, yeah, Emma, because like, I think she is having a hard time reconciling her emotional connection with him with the fact that she's not attracted to him. But this is something that we need to discuss, right? Like if this is happening for you, it's something that is important to talk about if you want that relationship to go the distance. You can't hide the fact that you feel a sense of disgust when your partner touches you, right? Not only is that not going to help, but it's also going to continue to create distance because now on top of the fact that you're not physically attracted to them and you're feeling this ick when they touch you, you're also keeping a secret from them. And that inherently limits the amount of trust and safety and connection that you can build when you're keeping a really, really big secret. I want to discourage people from doing this. I know this situation is unique because also in some ways they sort of pressure them into staying. I know that they are allowed to leave in some capacity, but I think it's fair to say that there's probably a lot of pressure to stay and to like try to work it out and whatever. Yes, Cello Raspberry. Yeah, there was a lot of butt shots. There's been a lot of really invasive camera work. Yeah, Tina, I don't disagree with that. This, I think, is like a well-documented problem with the show generally. People seem to be drawn to the Love is Blind legacy more so than they do actually finding somebody to be in a relationship with, which is problematic and then results in problems like this. But the other thing that's important about being transparent here is that if this relationship is not a fit, right? Like if Irina can never see herself building an attraction to Zach, then say that, you know, because continuing to drag somebody through this kind of like fake experience is really hurtful. You know, you're like doing a disservice to yourself and to them. First time catching the live stream. Oh, hi, Eva. Thank you for coming. Lots of love from Germany. Oh my gosh. It has to be late there, no? Thank you for coming though. I'm glad you could make the live stream. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this plays out and to see if there's any further discussion about this, because we've also seen Irina and Micah communicate with each other in a way that they sort of like hype each other up to behave in ways that we've already seen were not like the most compassionate for other people. So curious how that's going to play out. All right, we're at 57:58. Timer at the end says 10:25. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I want to be like, fuck it. Like, I don't care about any of that with Micah. But, like, it's weird seeing her in person, bro. It's weird. Look, Chelsea's my girl. Chelsea's my baby. Okay. I told Chelsea, I'm going to see her. It's not going to bother me at all. Like, it's hard, you know? Like, I feel for her. I do. She hugged me earlier, and it was just like, it was very strange getting that body to the voice and the mind and the heart and the soul. As soon as we start talking, I just like,
oh boy.
You know? Like holding her was very tough. I really had a thing for her.
I know.
You know?
Do you remember that moment when Chelsea was like trying to talk about Tommy, and you were like, wait, what? You mean the guy that was gonna propose to Micah last night? And she goes, anyways.
I'm like, this is a girl that I used to like go to sleep thinking about, wake up thinking about. You meant a lot to me. Yeah. I meant a lot to you. You don't, baby, what's up? Give me
a little, your double deck conversation?
Yeah.
A little block and shift?
Well, I got you. And it just ended. Like that, like instantly.
Mommy, me and Micah would love to tequila shots of salt. Would you grab us?
Oh, would you? That's great. You should get off of the floaty and get it yourself.
Savage. Meanwhile, Tiff is like chips and guac.
Tiffany, were you gonna shoot tequila shots since Kwame is
Could you?
salty right now? You want two tequila
Yeah.
shots? Okay.
Since Kwame's salty right now, get them 2 tequila shots.
Oh boy.
Why do you deny us shots?
Yeah, we haven't had shots yet. Oh my God.
See,
like big time.
You see? Feels shady.
Are we taking shots?
Yes.
Oh.
The ones that you didn't bring us?
I didn't, yeah, I know.
You can have mine.
Oh, look at you.
That's what being a friend looks like.
Oh my God.
This feels shady.
Hey. Wow, like you're such a good friend. Hey, Mike, where are you going?
I don't feel good about this.
I shot for a failed proposal.
Failed
oh
proposal?
no.
Whoa.
Woo. I'm just kidding.
That's not funny.
He's salty.
Kwame, come here.
No. Yeah. Remember how I literally just said, oh no, is it gonna be bad?
I do not like guys like that. I'm like, dude, chill. You are salty as fuck.
Yo, can I talk to you for a sec?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll get one of those as well.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Chelsea said it's fine. I'll get my own chips and guac, bitch.
Dude,
Are you
hold on, real quick.
that comment?
Yes.
Feel
Really fucked up.
You should. You should.
Like, why you say that?
First of all, take it down a notch because how I am is never malicious. And you know me.
I'm trying
You
to.
get someone that's malicious?
That is really fucked up.
It felt like a job.
It felt
A job.
to a failed proposal? Like, dude, come on, dude. That is not okay.
I thought it'd be funny.
I didn't appreciate that.
Good for
Like
Kwame.
I told you that from the minute I saw you. I was like, Kwame. So I would never say something negative towards you.
Don't make jokes like you did. Like that.
I do apologize for that.
Fucked up.
Because
I still care about you. I do.
how you feeling? I'm okay.
Okay, hold on. Pause. Before we get into this. First of all, this, no, I could never be malicious. I don't have a mean bone in my body. I'm not that type of person. Bad sign. The reality is that all of us have the capability to be malicious, to be mean, to overstep. We all do have mean bones in our body. When someone says stuff like this, it's usually like a pretty transparent attempt to distance ourselves from accountability, and from the impact of whatever it is that we said or did, right? Because also, even if that was true, that she didn't mean that comment in a malicious way, it doesn't matter because it did come off as hurtful. And so in order for us to really effectively move past that, we need to be able to say like, oof, you know what? You're right. Like, I didn't actually mean it that way in the moment, but thinking about it, like, that was fucked up, you know? Like, I see that. Yes, Natty, exactly. And also, like, that's morally neutral. Like, we're all problematic people sometimes, and that's okay. The work is not in avoiding saying or doing or hurtful things. I mean, like, obviously we want to avoid that generally, but it is impossible to hold ourselves to that standard all of the time. The work is in learning how to acknowledge, like, yes, I did do that. No, that was not okay. I am going to make space for you to feel how you felt about that. And I'm going to make a concerted effort in the future to not be that way towards you anymore. That means a whole hell of a lot more than being this person who's like, I never do anything bad, right? Because, like, again, A, that's not true, but B, that's not reflective of reality. It means a lot more in a relationship to make the concerted effort to own our bullshit and be better about it. Echelon just booped the dog. Yes, exactly, Christine. Because it was kind of a cruel comment. And it does seem like it was intended... Well, we don't know that, but it does seem like it caused a feeling of humiliation or embarrassment or shame for Kwame. And that's important for someone to own and to honor. You know, if she does genuinely want to be friends with him, like she says, it's important to be willing to acknowledge that, like, again, maybe I didn't mean it that way, but it did come off that way, and that wasn't cool. It looked like it was to humiliate him and to dig at his now. Yeah, exactly, Christine. I think there is just a lot of messiness going on here. And also, like, potentially some, for lack of a better term, buyer's remorse for both Micah and Irina. And I think that's coming out in this desire to poke holes in the experiences and relationships of other people. Yeah, I don't know if she is intending to be manipulative by touching him. I also want to acknowledge that everybody at this barbecue is probably blasted at this point. We have no idea how much time has passed, but, like, we've had a few outfit changes. We look like we've been in and out of the pool a couple of times, and clearly we're doing shots. I would not be surprised if everybody is not of sound mind right now. I'm so sleepy, but I have things to do, so I feel that. Micah and Irina out here doing God's work. Yeah, for sure. They're, like, creating the drama here. Yeah, so I just generally want to encourage people in these situations of conflict. We're all going to have that impulse to say, no, I didn't mean it that way. That wasn't me. Don't come at me like that. And to fight that, right? To, like, notice that coming up for you, pause, take that deep breath and say, did I? Maybe I did. And how can I proceed more carefully in the future? They really learned a lot from the perfect match setting, honestly. Okay, we're at 1 hour, 2 minutes, and we have 6 minutes and 6 seconds left at the end. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Feel about you,
That's
like, you know
what
that.
pisses me off. Like, Micah, like, I think so highly of you. I really do. Regardless of how our last conversation was, this is our first time seeing each other.
Hey, look at me.
Yes.
Let's go back to who we are as ourselves.
Yeah.
With other people involved.
Okay.
Me and you are very open with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I found love for you through a pod. We did feel so strongly about each other. How I felt with you was so genuine. I remember on the first day I walked out of there and I was like, Kwame, like, did I just meet my husband? I felt like that. Everything was genuine. Every single thing was genuine. Every single moment. And do I feel like that love that I felt for you was love for you, like, in your heart, and love for you as your family, and love for you as a person? Yes.
What does that have to do with saying a hurtful thing,
though? It was absolutely genuine.
Let me ask you this. Would you be upset if Marshall and I had a 20-minute conversation? Look how Kwame and fucking, what's her name?
Okay.
Bro. I think why? Why they have to have two? Why they have to keep going?
Let me tell you this.
There's no...
I would never in my lifetime step out of bounds.
Well, then turn behind you and look.
Yeah. Child, I would behead him. Yeah. I would behead him.
There's obviously a whole lot going on.
Like, this is not good.
A whole fucking lot going on. And, like, there's a whole lot of factors playing into it, you know?
Okay, that's enough. I have to go stop it. That's enough.
Go stop that. Go stop that.
I don't want to be, I just don't want to, you know, I want them to hash it out.
It's disrespectful to the person that she decided to commit to as well.
Who's her person
So,
again?
like, I don't know, but
Who's her person
where is
again?
Where the fuck is he?
I mean, I know this isn't normal. Like, nothing that we're doing is normal. I just want you to know that, like, no matter how things turn or how things go, like, the reason why I was so like with you in the pods because I love who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And whatever happens, I will never, like I will. I'll still be here.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like I really will.
Yeah.
I was all in with you. I was literally all in with you.
What does this have to do? I think it is wonky editing. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just used that shot again.
It's really nice seeing you, though.
I know, it's nice seeing you too. Like,
oh, we are so obliterated drunk. They are not well.
I don't want to be here no more.
With the music.
No, if you go home, I'm going home. Man, I'm not gonna take this shit for nothing.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is rough. With the music, please stop. Oh, she's leaving. And Kwame didn't even notice. Oh, no. This is not good. Oh, okay, great. That's the end of the episode. Wow. Yeah, that's painful. Not the handle. I know. Well, and she broke up with him. That's what I was saying. Yeah, with the like buyer's remorse thing. I think Irina and Micah are both realizing that they did not pick the person who aligned more with their physical types. And they're trying to backpedal. Because her saying this repeatedly about like, I will be here with the it could be the editing. It could. I want to honor that, but it's certainly not reading well on the show. Okay, before we take a break, I do want to talk about the Chelsea situation, because if you find yourself in a situation like this is not uncommon, right? Where like if you and your partner have agreed that monogamy is the expectation in your relationship, but they're behaving in a way with another person that feels like a violation of that agreement, it's important to figure out how to have a conversation about that, right? I'm curious where Paul was. Yeah, that's a super fair question. It's important that we learn how to voice that, like, hey, this felt like too much for me. Or like this felt like a violation of our boundaries to me. Because I think oftentimes people get caught up in this, place where like, oh, well, he didn't technically cheat because they didn't have sex or kiss or like do something physical. Right. This is also why I really hate the phrase like emotional cheating or like an emotional affair. Because the reality is that if there is a violation of the agreement that you and your partner have, that's important to address, right? Like that's a breach in the trust and that creates a problem in the relationship. We don't necessarily have to get like caught up in this, like, well, it wasn't really cheating thing. Cause like, it doesn't matter. If you feel some type of way about it, I want to encourage people to voice that in a way that's kind and respectful, and like as calm as we can be. Also, like a high five to Chelsea for taking a walk. I don't know if like how the timing of that lines up with the editing. But if it happened the way that it looked like it did, that's a good skill to utilize. Taking time for yourself is really important to figure out, how do I feel? What do I want from initiating this communication? How do I want to feel heard? What do I need right now? And to go into the conversation with those things. But I want to encourage people to free themselves of this expectation that like, oh, I'm not allowed to be mad because he didn't kiss her, have sex with her, go home with her, whatever. If there's been a violation of the agreement, it's something that's worth discussing. Because also of note here is that it doesn't matter if you feel like your emotions are irrational. Like all emotions are emotional rather than logical. And also they're not going to go away if we don't address them, right? Just trying to shame yourself into repressing the emotions won't make you feel less hurt. And so even if your partner didn't actually do anything wrong, it's important to say, hey, this is just how I feel. You know, like I recognize you didn't do anything wrong, but also this is bringing up this stuff for me. And it would mean a lot if you could be in presence with me while I process this. I'm very curious to see how Chelsea and Kwame handle that. I have a bad feeling that it's not going to go well because everybody is absolutely obliterated drunk. But I guess we'll find out. We're going to take a break super quick because my goblet is noticeably empty and I need a snacky. So we're going to go do that. Please don't forget to hydrate. Yeah, the Dissel. I think that's been like the biggest learning experience for me in talking about this show, is that there is so much more producer and editing fuckery than we think there is. And it causes me to hesitate in like throwing the book at people specifically. I think I disagree with the emotions can't be logical or rational. It's out of pocket to be upset when someone is hurtful. Oh, it's not out of pocket. I was like, what? No, yeah, I think that's super fair. But what I mean though is that like we can tell ourselves like, oh, this isn't like a logical response, and so therefore I'm not allowed to feel that way. And like that is fundamentally unhelpful when we talk about processing our emotions. Well, that's what I mean. It's not that all emotions are illogical, but that sometimes they are, and that doesn't make them less valid. I hope that makes sense. Because your emotions can be logical, but they don't have to be in order for them to be worthy of being addressed and for you to like feel allowed, I guess, to express that with someone. Because like gatekeeping our like validity to have emotions doesn't make us feel better, and it also doesn't help us process them. It's still important for us to do that even if you don't necessarily have like a good enough reason to feel how you feel. Okay, yes, goblet refill, get a snack. You guys go get something to hydrate, get a snack if you need a snack. We'll be back in like 10 minutes. It's 1:56 right now, so we'll be back at like 2:05-ish. And then we will watch episode 5. That's the last episode that we're going to watch today because that's all that's available. And then we'll be back next week. So, yeah, quick tenor. See you guys in a bit. Okay, hello everyone. Sorry I'm late. How's it going? Cowboys, yay or nay? I think yay. Yeah, I like a good cowboy. Cowboys can be a vibe if they're, like leftist cowboys. Watching and listening to this while painting. So I need to make sure I hydrate by making my... Yeah, don't drink your brush water, Raspberry. Yeah, seconding the yeehaw. Yes, y'all means all. Exactly. Aw, Aaron's so sweet. He said my hair looks cute. My hair was in my face, and it was bothering me. I was fussing with it a lot, so we're just putting it up. Thank you, Hello Chicky. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. I put it up because it was giving me sensory issues. Yes, I love the high poof. This is like how my hair looks most of the time, honestly. No, Natalie, we haven't started episode 5 yet. I did, however, not have time to eat my food. Look at my nachos, though, you guys. I ordered Filiberto's last night at like midnight, and then I got too tired and too high to like really eat it. So I'm eating it now. But in the Midwest, we saw all y'all. Aw, I love that. Aw, baby, thanks. You're sweet. Okay, you guys are a cute couple. Thank you, Emma. I think so too. All right, this episode, Christine, yes, there is. Listen, we're not going to talk about what I get like when I'm high. I turn into a sloth is the thing. I just like power down, and I get really sleepy. So that was relatable. Yeah, no, I'm really excited about my nachos, but I am going to turn my mic off while I eat them so that I don't give you guys a sensory ick. And I'll just pause, and talk about stuff if we need to talk. So. All right. We're watching season 4, episode 5. This episode is called Paradise Lost. Hopefully there's some good drama in here. All right, we're pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Hear me roar. No music. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go.
When I tell you this, girl, you know, Chelsea feels some type of way.
What was she saying?
She just didn't like how long you guys were having a conversation, so I would not be surprised if she's handling that right now.
I do get it, because like, that would make me probably feel uncomfortable, but like, at the same time, it's nothing to do with you, really, but go for it.
I love me some Chelsea and everything, but I'm pretty sure Micah doesn't want your man. If she wanted him, she would have had him. Shorty.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I agree.
Irina hates her man. I know it.
I feel like he's like on a different planet.
You know, Bliss dodged a bullet.
I feel that too.
I wouldn't hire him as my lawyer.
Immediately prison.
I don't know much. I didn't get enough time to talk with Kwame.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kwame seemed
I
real.
don't think he was here tonight. I don't think he's here tonight.
I kind of feel like Kwame, that'll be a little bit more, like, I don't know.
Wild card.
Yeah. And how are things going with you guys?
Like food, like clothing, like placement of items. She's extremely particular.
Interesting.
And I am not.
With Irina, I really think she's a good human.
Yeah.
I think she does a lot of things she doesn't realize are like kind of fucked up.
Really?
Yeah. She gets super affectionate with me. And we get to the party earlier today.
No.
And she's like super distant. She's all weird about me kissing her. We'd already kissed before then.
Huh.
And then we come back. She's like super affectionate. And it's like, what's going on?
Right. All right. You know? What's with the sort of fluctuations?
Fuck if I know, dude. Like, I know that I love her, and I know that I could actually see myself marrying her. But that's only if she's willing to like put in the effort. I haven't seen that.
Why don't you look out, Mika?
Sorry, I have to unmute all of the things now. Hold on, pause. I want to talk about this. Did he think that, like, I don't know, maybe you could ask? This is, again, the thing that's, like, so important to acknowledge when we have these fluctuations. Yes, exactly. Maybe ask. Like, is it a PDA issue? Is it, like, a general discomfort thing? Yeah, I mean, I think it's clear that she just, like, generally doesn't like him. Yeah, Gemma Bell, I'm also interested in that. I'm curious about that. But, like, we should be asking these questions then, you know? Because not even just from the perspective, Savannah, you hoe. My dog just ate the nachos that I dropped. What did you eat? I hope it was just chips. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I don't know if Zach is in denial or like what the deal is here, but regardless of what it is, it's important that we be asking. Not only because we want to like further our relationship, but also because if you're like doing something that's actively bothering her, like you should address that, you know? Also, I just saw this and I didn't address it earlier. Hi, Mickey, random, but I just wanted to jump in and say thanks for all you do. Oh, that's so sweet, Emerald. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Is Zach trying to put up a front in front of the other men? I don't know, Christine, maybe. But regardless, I think this is a good example of like how we do this in relationships where we're like, oh, I don't know what they're about. I don't know what they're doing. And like, maybe it's just something that you should ask, you know? Oh my gosh, Christine, thank you so much for joining the channel. One of us. I appreciate you so much. Hey, I'm so glad that you're still going. I went to drag brunch. Jennifer, that sounds so fun. I love that for you. But also thank you for coming and hanging out on the stream. Past kissing doesn't mean yes, Gemma Bell. Also very much that. Just because you've kissed before doesn't mean you have carte blanche to kiss her whenever now. And also, again, that's something that we should be asking. Like, hey, we have kissed before. What about that made you comfortable, but like not comfortable to do that at the party or like this other time? You know, you could just like ask the question. Oh my God, Rem. No, I'm so sorry. I was talking to my dog because I saw that I dropped a little piece of nachos earlier and I was like, oh, I'll pick that up in a second. And then I saw my dog just casually sliding out of the room and I was like, no. She's also had a tummy ache for a few days. And so I'm trying to be really mindful of what she's up to because I'm a nervous pet owner. Okay. All right. We're going to press play. We're at 2 minutes, 15 seconds. The timer at the end says 46:55. I'm going to mute my mic just so you guys know. All right, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
He's the one who planted the seed for this beautiful woman right here.
Oh.
He came out the pod on the date and was like, yo, look. No, you came out the pod and he gave me a wink.
I was like,
He's like, what's that? Came up to him later, was like, yo, what was that wink about? He was like, yo, listen, I think Tiffany,
that's a wrong woman.
The age thing, we miles apart, so it ain't gonna work, but listen, she a great girl. You should pay attention to her.
She's a great woman.
Yeah, my next date after
like, Can I cool nose trick? Did I ever show you? Want to see it?
Oh, you can move it just a little bit?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
It's cute. That's a good trick. Like, I thought that you would look differently. Where do I fall? Like,
oh, and how you look?
Yeah.
I think you're really cute. I think you're exactly my type, yeah.
Really? Wait, like what you expected?
No, I definitely think you look different, but not like not in a bad way.
Okay.
I thought for some reason you'd have like a baby face. Like I thought you wouldn't have like your face, but like no beard and like a really slick face, yeah.
Interesting. Oh,
but no, I know. I think it's sexy. Like in a good way, yeah.
No,
Why did you have to talk to her like that exact moment?
Look, I had to talk to her. I had to talk to her. Like, I did not feel right about what was said. No, I'm not gonna let that ride.
Why didn't you just address it in the moment? Hey, not cool. I didn't propose to you.
Because
we're cool and we're chilling, we're flat. Don't say that shit. Why can't you just...
Like, you have to understand, when you're upset like that, there's no concept in that moment to be like, hey, let me calm down.
When you have a fiance and when you have somebody that you love, that you care about, yeah, there is a concept of that now. You have to think about how the actions are affecting not only you, but me.
It wasn't my intention to belittle anything about what we have. But like, if that ever happens, like, you have to know that there's serious reason and intent behind what I'm doing.
No. It should never happen. And then it proceeded to be like this 20-minute one-on-one conversation where you guys were laughing. Like, this wasn't, hey, I'm unhappy with this.
Yes, when I started addressing it, we laughed a little bit. Once we got past the border of, yo, that was fucked up, and we got the apologies in.
Then it's over. Then it's over.
It's done. Conversation needs, it's done.
Okay, so just walk away, get up and walk away. Conversation's over now.
Yes. It doesn't need to go on. I knew this was about to happen.
What do you mean you knew this was about to happen?
I just knew this was gonna happen.
What do you mean?
I just knew it. Just like the way you guys ended, the way, you know, you stormed out.
We were in it for days. And you know what that feels like. Being in the pods was like every single day felt like a week or a month. Like you were genuinely getting deep as fuck with somebody. And then all of a sudden, no, okay, just wanted to let you know, Like, how
Hold on. Okay, should be unmuted now. A couple of things. First and foremost, good for her for standing up for herself. This is like key and very important work to be doing. Second of all, though, gross. I want to have a conversation about boundaries. Ow, sorry, I'm gonna be burpy because I'm eating nachos. But I want to have a conversation about boundaries and like the way that we're setting them, because when we set this boundary around like this conversation should have been over and you should have walked away, what we're doing is setting ourselves up for failure. When we're setting boundaries, we don't want to tell people about what they should be doing. When we set boundaries, we want to talk about what we're doing. If you do X, I'm going to do Y, feel Y, respond with Y, etc., etc. Experiment to manipulate women's feelings until they feel like, oh my God. Yeah, that's like a nice summary of the show. But in this situation though, I think Chelsea might have been better served. Not that, whatever, you get it. We're just talking about it for the sake of it being an example. I think Chelsea might have been better served by saying like, listen, you're free to make the choices that you're going to make. And like, if you, felt that way or it was really important for you to have that conversation, that's fine. But that does not mean that I'm required to not have an emotional reaction. You are an adult man. You can sit there and have that conversation with her. And if you chose to engage with her past the point of conflict resolution, I'm still allowed to feel how I feel. And I felt like that violated our agreement in our relationship, right? I found this conversation really interesting because they're both not entirely wrong. Yes, exactly. And I think that's also important to acknowledge here because you have a fiance now. And so, you have to think about how it affects me and our relationship. Yes, very much. Yes. This is like a learning curve for a lot of people in relationships. When we escalate to like this more serious level, that we need to be thinking more as like part of a partnership than we are just as an individual. However, that does not mean that having a fiance requires you to never behave according to your own interests, right? And it also doesn't mean that Chelsea is entitled to behave or to force him or like dictate the way that he's going to behave. You don't own your partner, spouse, fiance, whatever. And just because you are in a relationship where mutual respect and care and compassion is expected, doesn't give you carte blanche to say you will behave the way that I think a fiance ought to behave. Zach gave off those vibes too, where he just yes. Yeah, we talked about that before, just like the very cishet male thing of like, I am going to pick a wife so that she just kind of like slots into my life. Like, that's not cool, They're 100% more than just their looks, but Paul is definitely more physically attractive. Oh, you guys are talking about Paul and Zach. I just generally want to discourage people from doing this because we can be valid in our own feelings and say like, that still caused me to feel this way and I am allowed to feel how I feel and ask that you as my partner hold space for that without saying like, you need to behave the way that I tell you you should. Also of note here is the intent versus impact thing. It doesn't matter. That's what Kwame intended. It's still the way that it came off, and it's important to like own accountability for that. But we talked about that earlier with the Micah thing. But yeah. Okay. We're at 6:26. Timer at the end says 42:45. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
How the fuck do you do that? We had no closure.
I guess I just don't understand why you didn't do that night.
I overreacted. Closure is good. Closure is a good thing. Closure is a great thing. Baby?
Did you feel like you got closure tonight with her?
Not fully, but enough.
Oh my God.
Baby, hey. Hey.
Not fully? What would have been fully?
I got...
Testing the waters? Making out with her?
I'm telling you, I got what I needed. I said I got enough.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hey, I'm good.
I don't get it.
I'm good. I'm good exactly where I'm at.
I can feel the weight of a heavy wall hear them back.
Rather been with her.
No, not for a second. I'm right where I need to be. Like, right where I need to be. And I don't doubt that for a moment. I can guarantee you that I would not have even marginally as good a connection.
Then let it go. Let it fucking go, Kwame. And walk away into the life that you're gonna have.
Yeah, right here. Oh.
Yay!
Yes, 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 yes. Embrace it.
Oh, gracias, señor. Oh, wow.
Excellent.
Gracias.
Perfecto.
I'm hungry.
Girl, you are a trip.
So what'd you think of last night?
Meeting everybody?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're pausing. Yes, pterodactyl pie, I saw your question. Can we get closure? I know, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm muted because I'm eating, and I'm eating chips also, which is very loud, so I don't want to be smacking in the mic. We're on episode 5. No, we are not doing a mukbang here. Tori, yes, closure is not always required to heal. But also, where did it go? I missed it. Oh, pterodactyl pie. Can we give closure to ourselves without the other person? Absolutely, yes. It can be more difficult for sure. But closure is very much something that we can achieve regardless of whether we have contact with the person who hurt us or not, or like the relationship that we were in or not. Like I said, it can be more difficult to come by, and it can be like a different experience. But especially for people who are victims of abuse, people who've had to go no contact, if you have unresolved stuff with somebody who's died, all of those things are possible to get closure around without necessarily contacting or like, you know, being in contact with that person. It's something that a therapist can help you work through. I don't like the perpetuation of gaining closure from others. Well, yes, Miss Jelly Kelly, exactly. Not only can you not guarantee how they're going to react, but it also might not actually serve your purpose, because sometimes engaging with people who are committed to being abusive, being obtuse, misunderstanding you, can actually just cause to further the hurt and the trauma rather than to give you a sense of closure. And also, too, for what it's worth, sometimes this idea that we will have some magical feeling of being done is not real, right? Like sometimes that doesn't happen, and that doesn't mean that you can't heal from that. Like someone who demands closure from a partner can be extremely hurtful. Yes, exactly. And I think just like putting ourselves in this box that I won't be able to move on or heal until I get closure can be limiting in some ways, right? Because you may or may not have some experience that feels like that sense of finality or sense of like the light bulb moment. And if you don't, that doesn't mean that you can't move on. You don't have to continue to chase that feeling with the expectation that only then will you feel better, because that's not necessarily realistic. Yes, exactly. Nothing will magically make the hurt go away, especially with a single conversation. Okay, we are at 9:32. The timer at the end says 39:44. Also, just because I saw a couple of you ask, yes, I am going to mute my mic because I'm eating. I'll be done eating in a minute and then I'll unmute it. But also, like, sorry for the silence while I'm turning the volume off with the music. We'll just have to make do for now. Okay, yeah. 9 minutes, 27 seconds. Timer at the end says 39:44. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I think it was great. Well, what stood out to me the most was how strong I feel like Brett and Tiffany's connection is.
Oh, it's stronger than us though?
No.
Okay.
You already know. I was surprised to see Zach actually kind of happy a little bit.
That's a weirdo. Zach need to stay 6 feet away from me at all times.
There it is.
Zach is a weirdo, and Irina's Irina, the peasant. I don't mean like old English peasantry type. I mean someone who's just a weirdo, someone who just does dumb shit for no reason. I don't like that. That's just not how I roll. That's not my steez. When you saw everybody else, like, do you think everybody else was up to par? Like look-wise?
Everyone has their own unique ways of looking. Everyone is beautiful in their own way.
Yeah.
I can confidently say that I got the best one.
Yeah. Give me a kid. The best thing about being in Mexico is tonto. Be tonto. My dumbass. I like chilling with him. He makes Mexico fun. If you splash me, that's your ass. Do not splash me!
This is beautiful. Wow. I saw you get out the shower this morning and I was like, ooh. That's how I felt. Like, I am so darn lucky. Ooh, you gotta stop looking like that. Brett and I have taken our I can't even talk because I'm just like, woo, that man.
Just so you know, I know how lucky I am.
Brett and I have taken our intimacy to the next level. Yes, we have. And it was good. Whew. Having flashbacks. All the girls loved you.
I mean, all the guys made a point to say to me, like, yo, she's great. Y'all together is like perfect.
In the pod, I wasn't sure if I was judged on like my age and people like just thinking what I would look like. I'm 36, but like, you know, I like to go out and have fun and do things. Like, I don't need to prove myself to these people. I just need to say, yes, I'm 36 and I'm thriving. It's just, I don't know, it's the weirdest feeling. It's like, trust your intuition and follow that.
But like, you're already adding value. So like, even though it's only been what, 2 weeks? Almost.
Actually, I think
like 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2.5. Which is crazy. How do you feel about like the next, whatever weeks, like living together and...
I'm not worried about living with you. Like, that's not it. I'm curious to see like what other things we're gonna pick up on. Okay, what do you think your friends are gonna say?
Oh man.
Because nobody knows. So like,
I think my friends are gonna be thrown for a loop. An absolute loop. They're gonna be like, yo, Brett, you hit the jackpot. I'm gonna be like, I know. I know.
ooh. When I started this, I was like, I want somebody that's gonna make me happy. Like, I want to find my soulmate. And is that you, boo? It is.
Have you ever been on one of these bad boys?
Yeah.
This old trusty steed?
Should I trust you driving this thing?
We'll find out soon enough. Huh? Yeah, adorable.
Shut the fuck up.
Adorable.
I feel like I look so aggressive. You look so aggressive with that.
Hell yeah. We're here to do crime. Do crime and drugs. Oh, God.
I'm sweating my ass off, and I'm gonna burn so bad.
So, we don't really have doors.
Oh, jeez. Don't kill us or do. Oh, whoa. Whoa, okay, slow down. Crazy.
Getting rowdy. You know what I mean?
This is like really deep, like in the jungle.
I know, right? I love the jungle, just in general. I love the jungle so much.
You love your plants.
I love my plants.
You're so darky.
Sorry.
My eyes feel so dusty.
No, dusty and crusty.
But I already feel like I need a shower so bad. A lot, and drenched and have a headache.
Oh, this is so cool, actually.
You're running down the car.
What?
Your driving's scary.
No, it's good. We're good.
Whoa, cool. Oh my gosh.
What's that?
Thank you.
Got it?
Text me, Paul.
Huh? From gravity?
Yeah, from myself. My own worst enemy. Thank you. Oh my God, whoa.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, this is so cool. Whoa.
Oh, I can't wait to get in.
Wow, this looks so
Look at
nice.
that water. I've never seen anything that clear.
There are bugs in here. Whoa.
Wow. What is that? Is that a shark?
What do you mean shark?
Oh, they're catfish. They look like baby, like tiny nurse sharks.
Okay, this is kind of scaring me. It's literally my worst nightmare if one of those touches me.
Oh, these little catfish?
Yeah.
They're not gonna bother you.
How do you not think those are scary at all?
They're just little buddies. Where's the mama?
Oh my God, stop.
Down there.
No music. Honestly, I'm with Micah though about the fish. I don't like when fish or like just anything touches me in the water too much. Oh, the music.
Good, me either.
I think season 4, the tactic was like mostly B-roll and a lot of music. This is like basically an ad for this resort at this point.
Beautiful.
If you can sit down, please.
Wow.
We will ask the permission to the guardians of this sacred land. We could say sorry after we made a mistake. To the people we love.
The cacao ceremony is dope. It's a lot of spirituality, deep-rooted in Mayan culture. When the drums are going on, you tune into that and no other sounds. And then from there, we just enjoy in each other's presence.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
The cacao is a way we can reactivate all our feelings. We can reactivate our heart.
Yeah.
With the person you love.
This feels a little appropriative, I won't lie.
Begins to heal. Now we can stand up to this. Now see each other to your eyes, and you find this person. And from this point, you feel that power.
I don't know how I feel about this. No music. Yeah, same, Tori. Like, don't get me wrong, I am a person with white skin, but I am also Latina, and I don't know how I feel about this. It feels not so much like Chelsea and Kwame specifically participating in this, but the fact that this is likely a resort-sponsored activity.
Wow.
That was wild. That was really the most powerful thing about this is like, all you focus on is what you are trying to picture. And what I was picturing in that moment was Chelsea and I connecting.
That was a beautiful blessing for our relationship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer, same.
You know, I woke up this morning feeling not so great about last night, you know?
In what way?
Like, feeling like I could have...
Good question.
I could have done a lot better in that situation. I'm sorry about anything that went down, and if it made you feel any way, you know, deprioritizing that situation. Like, that was really selfish of me. And I should have let you know what was going on, even if it was something that was harmless. Communication has been our biggest thing. I should have communicated with you first, and then work out any other problems that I had.
I'm feeling really peaceful about it. And
Laura,
I forgave you.
I'm ready to move on from that.
Me too.
Natalie, fair.
I truly feel lighter and more calm and more clear. And there was a moment when I looked into his eyes and I truly saw forever. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, couple of things. First of all, solid point, y'all in the chat, that this is probably a Netflix sponsored event and not a resort sponsored event. Double ew then, because it's one thing for a resort that's located in Mexico to try to share Mexican spiritual practices or like Latino spiritual practices. Hi Natty, thanks for coming back. But it's another thing entirely for Netflix to seek out these people and to like set this up as like an activity. Feels kind of like yuck. But also this conflict resolution, like I appreciate the questions that are being asked. I appreciate that we're like having a talk generally. I think it's really important after the initial conflict to kind of unpack what it is that's going on, right? But I don't know how I feel about the way that we handled this, because it feels very nothing burger, right? Like we slept on it, we're less angry, and so therefore it's fine. They may have had conversations off camera too, to be clear, so we don't know that. But generally, I do want to encourage people to in this situation, practice having a clear conversation about future boundaries, I guess, or expectations. That this situation pushed my buttons because of X, Y, and Z. So in the future, if something like this happens, I want to respond this way, or this is my hope or expectation or boundary around this particular issue. Tends to be a more productive way for us to, first of all, connect with one another, but also to avoid the conflict in the future. Resolving a conflict is a skill in and of itself, like communicating through that, but also figuring out how to navigate avoiding that issue in the future is something else entirely. Because we can resolve through conflict successfully all we want to, but if we're just continually having the same issue over and over and over again, that's still going to damage our relationship, you know? My dumb ducks are standing in the 1 degree range. It's 1 degree where you are, Natalie? What? Are you in the United States? Or are you like overseas somewhere? That's freezing. I guess the east case of the United States is freezing right now still. Cannot relate. It's like 70 degrees outside today. Okay. 20 minutes, 52 seconds, and the timer at the end says 28:19. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Ah! No music. No capes. It hit 90 degrees in Florida, Christine? My God. Okay, this should be interesting. Irina and Zach.
Does it like bring you down at all? How I feel like I'm so dead?
No. I mean, that's normal. No one is 100% every day, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, Irina, pull yourself together. I just felt kind of bad because I felt like I was like kind of closed off to you. In case you haven't noticed. I couldn't sleep too, so I was like tossing and turning a bunch. Just thinking.
Yeah, what were you thinking about?
Everything.
Okay, that's
I feel
not
like
descriptive.
talking to Paul and having like really good conversations that like get me passionate and excited, made me realize that I haven't had one of those with Zach yet coming here.
Oh boy.
I really do love you. But I feel like I can't get you to invest. Genuinely, what I want is I want to have a family. I want to have a wife who's going to support my vision for what I want to do. And I want to be there to support her in her dreams.
Okay.
And I still see you as someone who I could do that with. But, you know, it takes two people for a relationship to work.
Keep talking, I can hear you.
So, I mean, I'm just very confused. I don't really know where we're going. And I don't know if you're really in this. Like, are you in? Do you want to be in? Is this something you want?
I don't know, Zach, I can't separate, like, because you're not wrong about all those things.
If you don't find me physically attractive, if I'm not your type, and you don't think we're gonna be able to get over that, then I don't think we should go forward any further.
Listen, I'm not in the business of giving Zach too many kudos, but I do appreciate his forthrightness. This conversation could have gone sideways so many times, but I appreciate that he's continuing to be calm and be clear, and ask really straightforward questions in a way that isn't aggressive or accusatory. Shout out to my mom who's letting me live stream Time Alone. Oh, I love that, Natalie. Yeah, Natalie, exactly. I think he is kind of mature for the way that he's handling this. He hasn't said like, oh, what, you're not attracted to me? You know, he's just kind of like clearly asking like, do you want this? Are you attracted to me? If you're not, I don't think that we should do this. That's like about as unproblematic as you can hope for, you know? The funny thing to me is he identified Irina as being immature when talking to Marshall. Yes. Yeah. Double shout out to my dad who brought me. Ooh, nice, Natalie. Hooked up. Yeah, I am interested in the fact that he previously identified her as immature. He called her vicious, and seemed to identify potential issues that they were going to have on a personality level, you know, not even accounting for the physical stuff before, Lovey, give me more channel members and I'll make more emotes. For now, I think I can, I don't even think I can do one more. But I am curious that he continued to pick her after identifying the personality traits on top of knowing that the physical connection had like yet to be established and that could be a barrier in the future. It seems like maybe not the wisest choice. All right, we're at 23:31. Timer says 25:43. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
You just got to be real with yourself. If you think that there's something that we can get over, I'm willing to go forward with that. But I've got to see that you're actually all in on this. I'm not going to chase after you.
You're not?
I know that. Yeah, I know that's what you want.
No,
but I'm not. Like, I'm not. You know, you're either in it or you're not.
No. What is this music? Also, is she just not responding? Did they edit that weird, or did she really just not say anything? Because that's not a healthy or ideal way to handle conflict. Yeah. Agreed. The way that he handled that was pretty mature, all things considered.
Hey, bro. You look lovely. Thank you so much.
What's up, brother?
So did you guys seal it? Did you do it?
We did.
Yes!
It was good.
Chelsea.
That connection just made it that much.
Yes, deeper, right?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I was like, wait a minute.
I know. It
Let's
feels
time
like you've
out.
known that. Yeah.
Oh my
totally.
gosh, it was good.
It didn't feel like the first time.
Yeah. Not gonna lie. I'm kind of like sore.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Girl, I'd be sore this
like,
whole
I felt my
time.
heart beat down
Really
there.
talking
Like,
about this on TV.
Oh my God. Whipped and put through the ring.
How about you, man? I couldn't be happier.
All right, pause really quick. I do want to address one more thing about Zach and Irina. Somebody mentioned the pillow over the she said you're not when he said he wasn't going to chase her. This does seem to be a pattern in the communication that we've seen from Zach and Irina, that Irina just like doesn't engage. There's very little engagement from her in these conversations. There's very little vulnerability, but also just like straight up communication. Like she really does not say a lot. Which generally, I think this is probably not a surprise to most people, but that's not best practice when we're talking about resolving a conflict or working through difficult issues. If your partner or a friend or family member, whoever, seems to be this way, it is okay to set the boundary that I don't want to have conversations with you or I don't want to be in relationship with you if you're not able to be communicative with me, if you're not able to be clear with me when we're having tough conversations. I know that it can be awkward. I know that it can be uncomfortable. But a repeated pattern of stonewalling you, ghosting you, just not engaging is not something that we have to put up with or like write off as just, like the way they are, because that isn't going to lead positive places. I mean, her and Paul should have gotten together. He seems very disengaged too. Everybody this season seems to just like really not like each other all that much, except for Brett and Tiffany. And I guess Jackie and Marshall, but I just am. Yeah, this is not the best season so far, put it that way. All right, we're at 25:23. Timer at the end says 23:52. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, like I've been single for, in like 6 years. I've been dating, but like I always had a hard time really like connecting like a really strong bond with somebody. Mm-hmm. And I've never felt so like seen. Yeah. Like seen and heard. That's crazy. Like I'm just not the most like open person as far as like feelings with other people. Like it's difficult for me. Like my family, like the word love is a big word, for example. Yeah. My family, we don't say that.
Oh, Emma, I'm so glad.
I'll talk to my dad. We're like, hey, bye, son. It's like, I'm like, is he gonna say it? And he doesn't. And it's like, but I want to say it, and I don't. Mm. And that's like a habit that I don't want to keep up. I don't want her to ever question my feelings toward her. I want her to wake up every day and not have to ask me, hey, babe, are you into me? Yeah. Like, I want her to know that. Yeah.
High five for unlearning generational
she's
trauma.
She's putting so much out, and like, I'm like really, really, really feeling her. Not a lot of guys that look like us talk about stuff like this. True. To each other. Vulnerability. We got to set the example. We got to set the precedent that, it's okay. Mm-hmm. It's okay to talk about your feelings and tell people that you love them. Yeah.
I love this.
There are many times where I wish I could have told friends that have gone, that passed and are with us now that I wish I would have told.
That's incredible.
Hey, bro, I love you.
Okay, pause. Or not pause. Sorry. We're just...
They actually just walked in.
Welcome to the party. Hey, Paul, we're basically matching.
Yeah, Christine, I'm jealous as hell.
I'm pretty sure they're squashed.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're squashed.
Why are you pretty sure? Like,
because that's what he told me.
You need to be certain.
I don't really. I don't know how it ended.
Girl, I will keep one eye open. I'll keep one eye open for you.
I made it very clear last night.
The
If you
realest
disrespect me
friends.
again, we have a problem.
Yeah.
And he knows that. I said, you can have the world with me, or you can throw it all away. What do you want to do?
No music. Also, no barking, please.
Pulls no punches.
I think Micah is
know what?
a
I don't
grown
need it.
bitch.
I don't need it.
When she's
If
not
she's
hanging
enough
with,
of a woman-
they're not freaking front.
Yeah. Oh, and
Frack
Frack is here.
Oy
Hey.
What up? Made it.
Did I get a pool
Made it.
party
How's
memo?
your
I thought you were having a pool party.
Hi.
I had a talk with Irina, and I just said, like, I need some, like, investment,
Sure.
right? Like, I need you to be in, right?
Yeah.
You know, because you're not in. You're one
Right.
foot out. You've been 1 foot out since we started this. And she didn't really give me a response.
Really, just kind of like beat around the bush kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, you know?
Would you, if you had the chance, like explore things with Bliss?
I don't know.
I know it's a tough question, but I feel like it's a genuine
Here's a thought I have.
potential.
Here's a thought I have with Bliss. She deserves someone who chooses her.
Sure. Yeah. 100%.
And, yeah. And it's,
Damn, dude, that's really respectable. I respect that.
And you know what? I based my decision off of my gut and what my heart was saying.
Yeah.
And maybe I made the wrong decision. Maybe I made the right one. I don't know.
Mm.
But it is what it is.
Because I know for me, I cannot help but continue to look back and question
me too.
my choice with
Me too.
Amber. You know?
I know. I've had the same thoughts.
Listen, yes. So, Jackie and Chelsea and Tiffany, gave Irina and Micah the nicknames Frickin' Frack. Oh, Danny, thank you. In the middle of a million toys posting evidence that your dog with the pebble. But also, I want to address this because I, again, just want to highlight the fucking issues with this show. There is not a good enough reason other than like the watchability of TV that we should be setting people up in this situation. I didn't super love Perfect Match either, let's be clear. But I did appreciate that the people got the opportunity to like backtrack on the decisions that they made, right? If it became clear that they made the wrong choice, they got the opportunity to bring somebody back into the house. I wish that we could do this on the show because there's not a good enough reason that we should force people who met each other through a wall, verbally only, without getting to see or meet each other physically in 9 days. Choose the person that you're going to marry, and then that's it. No go backs, no takesy backsies. Like, that's not cool. And like we've already talked about all of the issues that exist with this format. But I just am so frustrated by the way that the show works because like these situations can cause a lot of emotional damage too when like Paul and Micah and Irina and Zach are like being forced into these relationships that they don't seem to want to be in, you know? Everybody involved seems to indicate that they would have potentially made different decisions if they had known what the person looked like, and they'd had a chance to feel out that chemistry, you know? And like, that's morally neutral. There is a reason that people gravitate towards seeing what someone looks like, meeting them in person, getting to assess our physical chemistry before we make very serious long-term decisions about our relationships. I'm going to become a minimalist today. Are you guys talking about the dog? I saw the dog toy, ADHD and a toddler on the floor. Oh God. That sounds overwhelming. Also as a non-child possessing human. You guys are funny. Okay. We're at 29:21. The timer at the end says 1952. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Yesterday, you know, obviously I had a
Emma, love is
conversation
not
with
blind.
Micah and blah, blah, blah. And it was tough because, like, I should have been spending that time with Chelsea, not with Micah. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, baby. I appreciate you. Like, I feel like I wasn't as angry as I should have been. Because as soon as she started sugarcoating her words to me, I calmed down. And she's been doing that since day one.
I didn't know you talked to her.
I did.
I must have been away for that.
I saw. Yeah. I saw. You are a big representation of the company you keep. Right. She hangs out with Irina, and that's where I fucked up.
You're not in a
Nobody
relationship with
likes
Micah. You're in a relationship with
Irina.
Chelsea. You can easily just say, you know what, Micah, that was dirty. You shouldn't have said that. It is what it is. You do me. I'm happy in my relationship and keep it moving. Like, you don't have to focus on that, literally, at all.
Down to it, you are right. It helped us have a moment to realize and focus on, hey, let's take this shit that has happened, cleanse it, and move the fuck on. So I'm gonna just take Micah, cleanse it, and move the fuck on. Yeah, good. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
I feel like there's like weird tension with Chelsea.
Yeah. Wait, why?
I don't know. I just like feel like it's weird.
Okay.
I just like can't help but feel like there's like some sort of like weird overcompensation going on.
I mean, I love your style.
Thanks, baby.
Like they look really happy together, but like I don't know. I just feel like maybe she's jealous. Like I don't know. There was some stuff. Obviously, you guys had like had a relationship too. That was pretty neat.
Kwame tonight, I can tell that he feels a little bit more reserved from me, just because I think that him and Chelsea did have like some sort of like, you know, argument or something. So I can tell that he's like kind of trying to make sure that like he keeps his fiance happy, which I actually respect. But I do want to like talk to her and clear the air because she like did know, you know, the extent of Kwame and I's relationship previously.
Hello. Kwame, can I have a minute with Chelsea?
Yeah, sure, dude. Y'all enjoy.
Hold on, I'm just taking something out of my teeth. Did I get it?
Hold on, baby.
Grab that toothpick and dig in there.
I know, I was going
Can
to,
you get it, please?
I look at
Can I
it.
get it?
Bottom lip. Yes, we're good.
Jesus.
Life is good.
I love it.
I just want to make a note of something before we get into this conversation with Micah and Chelsea. Yes, Chantel, I love how Micah sees them having a good time. And she's like, obviously, this is because of me. But also I'd like to note that, again, this is probably editing and like a Netflix thing, but I do feel like it's noteworthy that every time we have a group environment, we see a lot of shots of Micah and Irina together alone, and everyone else spending time either in groups or with their partners. This is, again, just noteworthy to me, keeping in mind all of the conflict and discomfort that we've seen between Micah and Paul and Irina and Zach. Consider a future vid on trust your gut, because much of gut is insecure attachment. Oh, me? You mean like me make a video about insecure attachment or trusting your gut? Okay, that was a comment, Natalie. Micah is hands down the rubbing meme with the dude popping out behind the tree. I don't think I know what that is. The ego is big with this one. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how this conversation goes. All right, we're at 31:53. Timer at the end says 17:20. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
How are you? You look so cute. Hi, so do you. Is this one or two face?
It's actually two.
This is like some random sports bra I found like in the airport.
What? And it just went with this. Is it a skirt?
Yeah. Kind of works, right?
How are you guys doing?
Good. Yeah, I just want to check in how everything's going with you guys.
It's going fine. Yesterday was...
I know. What was going on?
It was like I didn't understand what had happened between you guys, like with your comment, and it was like very activating for him for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure you were just joking.
Yeah, I
And
honestly
like,
was so shocked at how triggered he got from it. And I think that like it was like a misunderstanding of the severity of like how like upsetting that was. Yeah, I was shocked, but like I was obviously more than happy to like clear it up and like apologize with him. Like,
of course. But then he like proceeds to have like a 20-minute conversation with you, and like I had no idea what was going on. Right. It was him not setting it up like, Chelsea, this is what happened. It's very important.
Yeah, like you didn't know why we were talking
No.
again. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that would be weird.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh my God, is it raining?
Hello.
And we're about to get soaked.
The show.
Oh no.
We were just getting somewhere.
The storm just wanted to come in and say, no, you guys cannot have this conversation right now. Chelsea has to continue being the baddie bitch that she is and just roll with life without the closure because she doesn't need it. I don't, by the way.
Emergency, abort.
Oh shit!
Well, it's slightly damp right now.
Feels like home. It feels like home, does it not?
What happened? What did Christine do? Hold on. Pause so I can read. Christine. What'd you find? The rain said, stop it, Micah. Yeah, aren't they all from Seattle? Shouldn't they be used to the rain? What's going on there? What happened? What did you find, Christine? My dog is obsessed with horse poop. Okay, I don't know what you found, but I love that for you. Oh, I lost my cross-stitch needle. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I'm so glad you found it. Yeah. Good job, Christine. Okay, we're at 33:57. The timer at the end says 15:18. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. No music, though. Yeah, that was a really weird little segment. Oh my gosh, Tina! Welcome to the channel memberships. You're one of us.
That's nuts.
Thanks for
Yo,
joining.
you're literally dripping.
That's ridiculous.
That was nuts. You should go change.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna change.
That was really fun though. Honestly, I do feel bad about like how it ended because I like was like finally talking to Chelsea about stuff. So I feel kind of guilty.
Well, I only really got to talk to Zach, but...
What'd you guys talk about?
Well, of course, obviously, him and Irina. And I asked him a little bit about Bliss, like, with how he currently feels towards Irina. Like, is that still the right choice? I know that decision was extremely hard for him.
Yeah.
The vibes in this chat
How
are
does that
exceptional.
put Bliss into the picture?
I just understand that mindset of wondering if you made the right choice. He genuinely does love her, but I think from what I was hearing from Zach today, like, if they don't kind of get on the same page tonight, like, it won't continue. I mean,
What, like he's gonna end it? I don't understand why he thinks he like has
that's
this
just what I
big
heard
car.
from him. I'm just saying, I don't know.
Oh boy. Yeah, this. Uh-oh. I don't think that's gonna go over well. Something tells me Mike is gonna tell Irina immediately. This music is killing me. Okay, there we go. Oh, just silence for Irina and Zach.
I just wanted to let you know, on the plane ride home tomorrow, if we get the chance, like, I don't think we should sit together and just have our space. I just feel like we're in this hole, we're trying to, like, get out of it, and it's like, it's only, like, I feel like we're only gonna end up, like, resenting ourselves. This is supposed to be, like, our honeymoon phase. Like,
And it's been horrible.
If I can name my favorite...
Yeah. It's been fucking horrible.
So bad to say, but it has. Like, me talking to Paul for 5 minutes, like, I was so inspired and excited about our conversation, and I was like, why haven't I had one of these conversations with Zach?
Yeah, I think we're on the same page. I think we should call it. I don't think it's gonna work out.
Okay. And it sucks. I do think, like, you're really...
No, and I think, look, I think we can be good
I'm not
friends.
done talking. I still know that, like, you were one of the best people that I met. I loved, like, our second day talking. I, like, my heart just, like, was like, oh my gosh, like, you were, like, your story about your life, like, who you were, like, yeah, you're really dorky. To be honest, you're a big dork, but I loved it. Like, I was just like, oh, he's just him. He doesn't care what anyone thinks about him, and that's, like, I loved about you. And, like, I just hope you know, like, I don't have any regrets.
Yeah, I think logically that doesn't make any sense at all. You wanna know what my theory is?
No. I'm not gonna pinpoint and be like, oh, well, you did this, you shaved your arms and legs. I'm not gonna sit here and point all these things like I don't like about you. I'm not gonna do that. Like, you don't deserve that. Like, you're a great guy.
Sure.
I feel bad because I feel like I showed up, like, really bad for you too. Like, you got the worst part. This is like, I've never, like, made anyone feel this way. Like, I'm literally treating you so poorly. Like, I know it. Like, I won't even, like, look at you, like, touch you. Like, you talk to me and I literally look away. Like, I'm a complete jerk to you, and I know that. I'm like, you don't deserve that. Like, I literally, honestly, think about Bliss. I think about, like, fuck, like, I hope you get a chance to see her when you get back to Seattle. Like, I really hope you do. And, like, and just because it didn't work out with me, like, maybe she was the one. Like, maybe you did get the wrong choice. And, like, I'm so glad that we did try, and, like...
Yeah, I don't know how hard you tried, but... It's been absolutely horrible sleeping in this bed with you.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Do
it's
not be
been-
so fucking dramatic.
It's been horrible. We are like a married couple that's been together for 10 years and hates each other. I mean, we both...
Hold, please. Wow. Remember when I said that not having the conversation and just looking away from the awkwardness can cause the issue to get worse? This is that. Wow. First of all, we're both doing the thing now. Zach and Irina are both doing the thing where we're taking pot shots at each other publicly, I might add, while trying to make it seem like it's coming from a place of compassion. This is not cool. This is, like, very much reading as you can't fire me, I quit. And I'm also going to do my best to try to make you feel small because you've made me feel small. And we're just taking turns treating each other like garbage. Like, this is not okay. I know that breakups are messy. And, like, that is very human and very valid. But I do want to discourage people from doing this, because if you have this feeling of, like, I want to make someone else feel small because you made me feel small, like, A, probably not going to feel reflective of your best self, you know, tomorrow or 2 weeks from now or a year from now. But B, it won't actually help you. It won't actually make that insecurity or that shame or that fear go away. It will maybe temporarily soothe that, but it certainly won't address the core issue. And now all we've done is hurt someone in the attempt to soothe our own discomfort. I think it's mainly because she looks a lot. Oh, wait, what? And she still has a stuffed animal. I know. I hate how much I love this, Christine. Yeah, I feel like that's probably, judging from the chat, I think that's fair or like a shared sentiment. They're both being really mean to each other, honestly. But like, this is a break of a relationship that never took off. Yes. Yeah, it really is like a breakup for a couple that never. Also, I want to address we're like a married couple who's been together for 10 years and hate each other. That's not normal. Let's stop talking about marriage as if it's a thing that causes us to hate each other. This is very much a thing that's perpetuated, particularly in cis-het relationships, where the whole like old ball and chain attitude is heavily uplifted as like normal. It's not. It's really fucking not. We should not be entering into a legal binding contract to share our lives with someone when we don't actually fucking like them that much. If you don't like someone, don't choose to spend your life with them. Marriage, it is entirely possible, and like it's becoming more common for people who are married to actually fucking like each other and choose to be married because they want to be, not because they feel like it's a foregone conclusion about how life should be, or because they feel empty not having a life partner. That's just not okay. Zach also mentioned how when the chemistry fades, we will still be friends. Yes, no, exactly, Christine. Exactly that. This attitude, and it's completely normal for your chemistry to fade eventually, is not healthy. Like, don't go into a relationship with that attitude. Yay, Natalie. I'm glad your birds are in the coop now. I'm good on a relationship I'm resented in. Yes, exactly. Another somebody. Exactly that. That's not a normal attitude to have in a relationship. This like, oh, well, eventually they'll resent me, and that's just the way that it is. Like, no, it is not, and nor should it be. Okay. 38:25, timer at the end says 10:49, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Lay on the opposite side of the bed.
That's when I started to like it.
It's fucking horrible.
It does suck because I came here looking for a wife, and there are two women that, you know, I could have seen myself with, and I chose the one that at the time I felt in my gut, and it didn't work out.
It's a real weird breakup, honestly.
Maybe I made the wrong choice, but I made the choice that I made. So that's the situation that I'm in.
I just think it's fun. I mean, honestly, I knew that I was surprised that you were still like hanging on. I was like, I've like given you every reason to forget it, and I was like, man, like he's really
I was gonna leave you on day 3, but I thought that'd be fucked up.
Well, I was gonna leave you after I saw you. I gave it a chance.
That's how it goes.
Do you like, I don't know, what do you feel about Bliss?
I don't know.
Like being with me, does it have you think about her?
I mean,
like,
honestly, I was thinking about her the whole time we were together. But I mean,
so
I'm just being real. I mean, I'm being real.
You know what? I
like,
thought about someone else too.
I'm sure. He's with your best friend.
I know, but the one that got away, you know?
Whoa. This isn't funny. Why are we laughing about this? Like, this is a funny joke. This is awful.
I know this is like the realest conversation I ever had.
Yeah, I'm not blind. Like, I could see it.
I know, but like I thought about him a lot in our conversations. And then seeing him yesterday, like I literally could not sleep like all night. I really like him. I know that like Michael really likes him and they have like a really good relationship together. Like,
true.
He's my best friend. Like, that's so fucked up, you know?
You're just gonna be breaking up all the relationships. Here comes Irina.
I am so off-put by this interaction. I can't tell if they're continuing to take pot shots at each other or
started getting a check.
Pause. If they're continuing to take pot shots at each other, or they are just genuinely better as friends. And so now that they've taken that pressure off, they're like, woo, okay, we can finally be honest. Let's like really talk about what's going on here. And like just be real about where we're at, which is also kind of a shame because for real, we should normalize romantic relationships being friendships, you know? This is a common thing that happens in relationships where when you're with someone for a long time, you just develop this relationship that is romantic and you do love each other and you do find each other attractive. Ideally, you know, like if that is something that calls to you. But that is also a friendship. Like you like them as a person. That's what I'm saying too about the like old ball and chain thing. This very old fashioned attitude that like being, baby, I like being your friend too. This attitude that being in a relationship is in its own category, right? Your wife is your wife. She's not your friend. You guys won't get each other as people, but she's your wife, or your husband or whatever. And then your friends are the people who really get you. Like, stop. We can have the same like love and care. Like we talked about this yesterday, like platonic soulmates and all of that are a thing, but you can also be a friend. Like you can be best friends with your spouse. That's part of actually liking them as a human being and not just viewing them as the service that they provide you or like the sexual intimacy that they grant you or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like it's very old fashioned attitude about relationships that just does not age well. And it's also not true. Y'all are the most barf. Aw, thank you, Hannah. That's such a high compliment. Hi, Alex. I'm so glad you're here. We're just about 3/4 of the way through, maybe like 4/5 of the way through episode 5. Yeah, I am very confused by that interaction between Zach and Irina, but I kind of liked it a little. Like it was like almost refreshing to see them finally take off this facade of like relationship or like, you know, couple and just be people. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Okay, we're at 48 and the timer at the end says 8 minutes 25 seconds and we are pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
And how was that going?
She approached me to have a chat and it seemed respectful and genuine. And then boom, torrential downpour.
I actually appreciate her coming over and asking you to talk and trying to kind of dive into things as opposed to asking me to talk, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which couples do you think are going to survive when we go?
I mean, $1 million question, $1 million answer.
I know.
Brett and Tiff, I think they're going to survive. I just have so much hope in them. My goodness, if Brett and Tiff don't make it, it will eat me alive.
I know.
It will kill me.
Everybody.
Yes,
Everybody.
I will die of an aneurysm.
Please don't do that.
Okay. You know, Chelsea and Kwame, you know, if they don't make it, then I probably will die of an aneurysm. I don't know.
Me too.
Like at that point, go ahead.
At that point, take me.
Sure.
Yeah, good job.
Irina and Zach could be doing the best in the world.
And we don't know.
And we wouldn't know.
I know. You think they are, though?
No.
I can't stand that dude.
Nobody likes Zach or Irina.
I like him. Can we talk about Irina instead? I like Zach, okay?
What about Micah and Paul?
I don't know. Actually, don't know. I want to get more time talking to Paul. I've talked to Micah longer than I've talked to Paul since we've gotten to Mexico.
We know.
Don't do that.
Stating the obvious that I'm gonna. And we all know Paul's gonna be like, "It's cool, man."
Yo, you are so funny. You're my favorite comedian.
Chelsea with the we know.
So,
I know.
Are you feeling okay after tonight?
And I think it was like a little bit of a test for me tonight.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get influenced by people who might not be for us
Yeah.
or might not understand our relationship. We're gonna have negativity. We are.
Okay.
And it's up to us to handle it.
The tests are going to be coming from both our sides. Your family, my family, your friends, my friends. The best way to maybe move forward when it comes to situations surrounding us is to make sure that we both get involved. We've got to constantly make sure that we have each other's back. I'm always going to be there for you.
We'll be together. One step closer to our new life.
Love you.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there's a little bit of almost hypervigilance in that statement. And I don't think I love that, for the record. Yes, relationships will go through periods of times or like instances where it's necessary for you guys to have each other's backs and to support each other. And if monogamy is an agreed upon expectation in the relationship where you guys will have to deal with attraction to outside parties and things like that. But this like hyper vigilant attitude of like, we just got to be on guard all the time. Like that's also not true. Like it shouldn't be true in a relationship. We shouldn't have to be like constantly trying to stay together or to like protect our relationship. Ideally, it shouldn't be that fragile, you know? Plus, my husband and I sleep as far away from each other as possible. I can't sleep if someone is all over me. Yes, sleep proximity is not a metric of feeling, and we love each other so much. Exactly, Laura's library. We should also normalize that too, because there is also the expectation that if you love someone that you want them touching you or on you all the time, and that's not true. People have sensory issues. People have their own wants and needs in terms of physical affection or physical touch. And that doesn't mean you don't love someone just because you don't want them all up in your business all the time. If your relationship is that much work, always, no, exactly, Christine. Yeah, I don't know that it's healthy to set that up as the expectation long term. Okay, we're at 43:39. Timer says 5:32 at the end. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
This lasts forever.
That's fair, Alex. Yeah. We've been watching this forever, so maybe I'm reading too far into it. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I knew it.
Zach?
So, oh my God, yes, they don't know what each other looks like.
Hey.
Oi.
Me too. How are you?
Oh,
Good.
shit, I forgot about the music, my B.
Well, I made the wrong choice.
Oh! Oi! He just came right out and said it. I appreciate the openness, I guess.
You know I did, and I do too.
I'm ready.
Whoa!
I love being this happy. I love being this head over heels. And when I go to sleep at night, that feeling doesn't fade. Oh my gosh. When I wake up in the morning, that feeling doesn't fade.
Is that pancakes? Wow, I feel like I'm in a restaurant. Thank you.
That's what love should feel like.
You like me? Through the hard time and the good time.
I could just feel the aura coming off of this one, even through the wall.
I love Micah immensely, and I do want her the rest of my life.
I haven't told you guys anything, but like we're engaged. Oh my God.
You didn't want to sit here and talk. You're like, I'm leaving.
What else am I supposed to do? Sit in my feelings and sleep next to someone who said that I was not man enough for them?
We don't have sex. Me seeing Paul, honestly, I was way more attracted to him than I was to Zach.
Do you like still have these like unresolved feelings for him?
I did feel romance with Paul.
Kind of like doubt in my head about like where we're at.
And I'm not sacrificing what I want, but I am compromising.
Welcome to marriage.
Okay.
Do you want to settle down? I know where you live, and I'm gonna come find you.
You're about to have the best wedding of your life, and this isn't it. But this isn't it.
I think about you, I worry about you, I'm hoping that you're happy.
Do
Like,
you think that you made the right choice?
do you feel like you're questioning? Like,
oh no.
If you don't feel like heart to heart you're really gonna marry him, pick me.
Whoa!
oh,
Now is the time to decide if love is blind.
This should be a day of no
Girl
surprises.
is dry
This
heaving
should not happen.
at the altar. Whoa. Wow. Okay, no, I don't want a preview of Next in Fashion. Thank you very much. Wowza. Oi. They always do this, though, with the trailers where they make them seem like so sensational and wow, it's going to be drama filled. And then, like, literally it's nothing. It does seem like it's coming from all angles. I am remember earlier when I was like, I wish they would let them pick my people. And then now people are coming back and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. Fax machine. No, I'm not okay. I am stressed. Josh swings in from left field. Yes, yeah. We had Josh and Bliss coming in from just like out of left field. And then we have all of this like swipsy swapsy stuff happening. Oh, I know it did feel like spoilers a little bit. I have never watched Next in Fashion. I have a love-hate relationship with Tan France. Sometimes I love him and sometimes he annoys me. I feel that way about Queer Eye generally, actually. Because it feels the same. It feels like it's the same episode just over and over and over and over and over again. My little ADHD brain needs more novelty and excitement than that. Yes, Natty, pick me, choose me, love me. It really is. Yeah. Needs to respect himself more. And Irina saying, I'm not done with the camera. Yeah. Wow. Goodness gracious. Goodbye, Josh. I use it to fall asleep. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Can Bliss just sub in and we live with Zach now and go to the altar if she wants? I know. Well, is that how it works? Can she do that? Can they do that? I don't know. Oh, and all of the stuff with Micah and Kwame. Messy. I don't like it. All right. I guess we will see what happens when the next episodes are dropped. Also, I said earlier that I'm going to be back next week. That's a lie. That is not actually true. So let me pull up the schedule real quick. How can I do this without outing my browser? Let me just pull up my channel page really quick. YouTube. Yeah, let me just make sure it's not YouTube recommending my own content to me. Show me my channel page, please. And then I'd like to see my community tab. Where is my community? There it is. Okay, yeah, so next week, the 31st and the 1st of April, there will be no stream. I'm not going to be here, and I cannot stream where I'm going. So we will not be here next week. Use the same Firefox theme. Listen, it's the superior one. Also, Firefox is a superior browser. Fight me. Bliss needs a support group. Honestly, after all of this, I know. Well, and I don't know how I would feel about that, Emma, having Bliss, or being in Bliss's situation to be like, yeah, I know that you chose wrong. I told you, like, kick rocks. No, Christine, I wish I was going to another Harry Styles concert. Just wanted to say you're a great teacher in your reaction. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that so much, Mike B. Yes, Team Firefox, love you. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Am I doing a Netflix resort view? Not yet, Gemma Bell, but you bet yourself I'm gonna. I wish we were seeing Harry again. I know. I love Harry Styles. But no, I know Firefox being superior is a controversial opinion, but listen, I said what I said. But yes, we will not be here. I will not be here streaming next week. So the next stream will be on April 7th. Don't you worry though. We're going to still catch up on the episodes. So we're doing 6 through 8 on the 7th, and then we're doing 9 through 11 on the 8th. So we're just long haul streaming through all of those episodes. So yeah, and then on the 14th we will be watching episode 12, which I think is the reunion. I'm pretty sure. But you can be in the Discord stream room alone. If you guys can just be in the Discord stream room. We are going to be doing other streams for the Patreon later this month, or not this month, next month in April, that are not YouTube or like not Perfect Match, Love is Blind. Love is Blind related. Also, yay, because the 7th is a meeting free day. Ooh, fun. Love that. Ooh, your birthday is the 15th. Yay. That'll be fun. Bye, Courtney. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, I will see you guys on April 7th. Friday, April 7th, for our next stream with all of the episodes. Well, episode 6 through 8 that'll be available. And then we will catch up the day after. Thank you, Emma, for being here. Natalie, in the Patreon, we do right now we're doing the 100 baby challenge on The Sims. That is tier 2. That's the love and belonging tier. And then we do just like a casual hangs where we play games. Last time we watched a show together. That's tier 3. And usually there tends to be some crossover between the two. But tiers 2 and 3, basically, love and belonging and self-actualization are the ones that get access to the lives. All right. Yes, Caroline, everybody take a walk, go hydrate, get a snack, go outside, get some sunshine if it's sunny where you are. Heading out for crazy babies. All right. Another somebody. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. I will see you guys on the 7th. I hope you guys have a great rest of the month, and I will see you in 2 weeks. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. I will see y'all later. Bye. Girl, there's so many buttons for me to push.